Ads suck. We all hate ads. Ads blow. But thank you guys so much for those of you who actually watch ads, because that helps. That helps a lot. So thank you all. Hello, I'm on totally the wrong camera angle because I didn't bother to double check before I hit the button. Hey!
There we go.
Hi, welcome to the Sunday live stream. My name is Odin.
And my name is Jerry.
And Felicia's on her way. It took a little extra effort to roll out of bed from Thanksgiving dinner, probably. Actually, she might be here right now. But she'll be here in just a moment. I don't know if Toby and Bruno are coming or not, so we'll find out. But, hey, hi. So for all of you here in the Americas and the New World, I'm sorry. It doesn't live up to the hype, does it? How was your Thanksgiving? Because I had a fantastic Thanksgiving. It was nice and quiet and enjoyable. And then Jerry showed up to visit. It's been a fantastic weekend.
Completely unannounced. Just showed up on the door, knocked on them. And I'm cosplaying today.
You're cosplaying, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I am cosplaying Odin Makes.
What a handsome cosplay he is.
I know. This is what you get when you order Odin Makes from Wish.
Okay, well, I thought it was a handsome cosplay.
Well, the facial hair, I didn't commit completely. Because I'm not allowed to actually shave. My kids tell me the last time I shaved, they're like, whoa, Dad, that's not you.
Right, okay. I'm thinking about ordering from Wish, and usually that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Hey, I've actually gotten some pretty good, decent stuff from Wish.
Yeah,
I've gotten some bizarre-ass shit from Wish, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hey!
I made it.
She's here!
Hi, welcome to the Sunday live stream. Hello, my name is Odin.
My name's Jerry, and...
Still didn't give her enough time. Hold on.
Hi, I'm Felicia. I'm here. I made it.
It's all good. Hi.
Hi. It's freezing.
Sorry, there's a heater over here.
I'll trade sides. Okay.
Yeah.
That's new.
Oh, yes. That's Shock Gremlin's heater. We were using it in the 3D printing room for a while because the necessary to keep temperatures, under control for 3D printing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yes, not using John's heater.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
I'm going to actually step out of frame while you guys work on the project. Oh, but I will catcall from the gallery.
Okay. So for once, Jerry actually gets to see a stream live.
So we have a peanut gallery.
We have a peanut gallery, a live
Oh,
live.
yeah.
Brought to you live, or this studio.
Brought to Jerry live. No, there's a brought to you live brought to you live with a studio audience. That was it.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I'm awake. I'm here. I made it.
You totally made it.
You need an applause sign so I can know when to clap.
That would help. If, for all of you who are watching us in the Discord, which honestly is all of you because I only posted the link to the Discord, you saw the lovely little video of blowing all the dust out of the shop computer. I don't know if you noticed, it's been giving me an F1 error message about CPU overheat for a while now. It's like, I should take this outside and blow it out.
Honestly, haven't looked that closely.
Oh, that's probably wise. Okay.
Is it supposed to be blinking?
What smells like burning?
Oh, yeah. Usually that's my fault.
All right.
That burn spot is.
Oh, down here?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So, prior to the fantastic Ryobi battery-operated heat gun,
Where is that
which is over here.
monstrosity?
it's unfortunately. We were using a plug-in one, which of course does get much hotter because, well, it plugs in so it can. But that also means it needs to cool down. So when you're done with it, you put it on to cool, the air is still blowing, and now it's cooling down until it can shut off because you don't want to just turn it off when the coils are hot because they'll destroy themselves. Felicia didn't know that. And I have the tendency to put it on cool, and when it's safe, I'll just hang it back up, and it's still running. And it continues to run for like a minute. So she's like, oh, you hang it up when you're done. And she hung it up, still blowing out, 900 degrees of air. Or whatever it is. I don't know how, 1,600 watts of heated air. So, yeah, there's a burn scar on the side of the table leg. Maybe, perhaps, Jerry will take a picture and share it on Discord.
Dude, so many OSHA violations going on here.
None!
Yeah.
So, what's the big benefit of having a battery-operated heat gun? You don't set your table on fire! It's really cool because they don't get...
Too hot or too extreme. Like,
Yeah.
it's really good to have, like, corded power tools because you get the direct source of power and you're not varying, like, as the battery runs out, your, like, drill goes slower and such, and
Right.
your heat gun gets cooler. It doesn't happen when you're plugged into direct power because
No.
you just have that constant.
Yeah, you have the constant go. But with the battery-operated heat gun, as soon as you let go of the trigger, it's off, and you just set it down.
Because you don't want to waste battery.
It's just not that hot. Yeah, it's great. Well, you don't want to waste battery. It's just it doesn't have the cooldown period because it doesn't get up to as hot as a plug-in, which is fine.
Right.
For my purposes, that's fine. In fact, for most purposes, that's fine. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm sure I'd be quite corrected by people who know what they're doing.
Well, who need the high heat?
Who need the high heat?
Who need the more power?
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
but-
power.
You know what? Having the right tool makes a job significantly easier.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's like super powerful versus, honestly, I'd rather go for the weaker version because it's not too intense. Like the drill's not going to go over there.
Right.
Some of those power drills.
Yes. Yes.
I won't start as many fires.
Trying to remember. Yeah, it was an electric chainsaw in Gremlins, wasn't it? And so Gizmo's running around in the Barbie car, and Stripe's got a chainsaw, and he falls over, and it drags him across the floor until it unplugs, I think. But anyway, memories. Important memories.
Honestly, I appreciate batteries for those reasons.
Yes. So I've been double checking to make sure that we've got audio going out, and I see audio bars going out because we haven't looked at all to the comments to make sure they're not all screaming, "We can't hear you." And I'm pretty sure that's not what's going on.
Let's see. We'll say hi.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Dan Does Junk is the first in the live chat. Wait, we are at live chat, not.
Do we want live chat?
Yeah, we want live chat. Okay, just
Yeah.
double checking because the talk chat versus. Anyway.
Appreciate.
And Felicia is behind the scenes fashionably late. I made it.
You made it.
I'm not too late.
No, you're not too late at all. It's fine.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind. It was like, wow, we did all these other things, and it's like 11:15. We can actually kind of fuck it.
I don't mind at all. I just couldn't find my keys this morning, and I didn't look that hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you did, you'd have to leave.
Yeah, it's cold.
I appreciate that you show up to the streams. I appreciate that you come out and hang out with us. So thank you very much.
Cool. So what are we doing today?
Don't know. In between the last stream and right now. Oh, is there anything else being said?
You're just buying time. Not teasing.
I am.
Shady Fox 325 says I made a plate on pass out and woke up the next day with the plate sitting there looking at me.
Oh, wow.
Schultz Division's wondering how everyone's Thanksgiving's been. Dan Does Junk says my Thanksgiving was good. Hosted for my side. Made some Thai-inspired pork belly that was bomb. That sounds good.
That does sound good.
Yes.
And a nice English roast and some good sausage rolls and nice traditional English Thanksgiving, I guess.
It was lovely.
It was lovely. It was great. It was really good food.
I had omelets and waffles as a big Thanksgiving breakfast,
Okay.
and then had tamales at night.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, haven't had the turkey yet. We're gonna do a turkey again, though. But yeah, very untraditional of a Thanksgiving, but I didn't really mind.
Yeah.
Tamales.
Because tamales, right.
Woo, that stuff is stinky. What is it?
This is just alcohol, but of course, when you so alcohol will break the hot glue bond, right? Which is what I'll pull it off easily. Except for when you paint over the hot glue, then the alcohol doesn't quite get in there to break the bonds because it's sealed. But it's fine.
That's what I was wondering about the spray silicone. I hear that it just pops the hot glue off of fabric. So
I don't know.
I want to try it. It sounds like a cool experiment. But who
Yeah.
has just spray silicone sitting around? Because I don't. You don't. We looked at before.
We looked okay.
Yeah. Because I was curious before.
So with these,
'Cause hot
since the last stream, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
No, I just said because hot glue.
Because hot glue. Since the last stream, I have put 2 more coats of Plastidip on these.
Okay,
Because-
that's why they look so finished. I'm like,
yeah, so
that's
these
like
have got
way.
like 3 or 4 coats of, I think 4 coats now. is
So
what's
they
on
have a
these.
solid membrane.
Yeah, they have a solid membrane of Plastidip over the grips in order to, get them to look the way we want them to look.
Well, they look about right.
Okay, yeah, actually, I agree, they do.
Yeah. Like even the clay spots look like.
Even the clay spots look acceptable.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, like they look finished, like it would be the plasti dipped in the factory.
So I think the 2 things we can do today, one's going to take a minute of digging, because I think I've got some silver heater tape in the 3D print room, maybe. If I don't, then that's not going to happen today. Because the clapper valves need some silver tape put on the top.
I always get into your silver tape. It's not this one, is it?
Is this it, or is this the...
No, that's the plasticky one, the Mylar one.
No, this is heater tape. You grabbed exactly the
Okay.
right one. Yep, that's it.
And there's also this one. I
She's
guess
good.
this is the Mylar one that Doug's talking about.
That's the Mylar one. Yeah, this is
Okay.
the one that's interesting. And I don't remember when or where or how I bought this. Maybe it was for an experiment. But it doesn't stick nearly as well as I would want it to. So I end up to just, it just sort of sits around because I lost
It's
faith
good
in
in
it.
theory.
Yeah, I lost faith in it. It's probably really good on plastic or something. But
Not the applications you've needed it for.
yeah, I think I'd rather have metal tape. So chances are, for the first time in months, we're going to need to refer to the master plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're to that point. That's awesome.
I think we're to the point of having to refer to the master plan to find out, because I got the clipper valves, right? Clipper clapper. You guys will let me know. And the tops of the bottoms have to be silver, and then they have that sticker put on them, and there's a nub that goes on the end. But the big thing that we talked about months ago, and then completely forgot about. We got to talk about what electronics we're going to put in this thing, because stuff's got to get ordered.
So we need to pull out the master plan.
You can pull out the master plan. And I had an email. So there's the labels. I had an email.
Oh, we have labels.
No, I ordered the labels because Odin could go order labels. Electronics.
We'll wait. We'll get there.
Yeah. Somebody had emailed me suggestions for what electronic kits they were using in their wands, and probably should go ahead and get some of those.
Because that would give us better sound and...
Yeah, I was totally down to just, let's do this from scratch. I was like, it's been so long at
Well, if
this point.
somebody has already figured out the exact
forget it,
problems that
yeah.
we're figuring out, why not just follow the instructions?
Yeah.
But as long as we have a rumble pack, because that is what's his face.
That's
said.
what you really wanted to get. Yeah, something. That's what Beniti talked about, was having
Beniti.
something.
Yeah, he said when you have the actual prop in the hand, a rumble pack makes it real. And so if Beniti says that that's the, like, of all
That's
the
the
bells
thing.
and whistles, that's
Okay.
the one he would go with.
I'm
I
glad
say
you
we
remember
have
that.
to
Okay.
go with the rumble pack.
Okay.
So even if it doesn't light up, even if it doesn't make all the sounds, it goes.
All right.
I feel like that is the number one, and then from there I go sounds and lights, or lights and sounds, or are they just kind of on the same pillar?
They're kind of on the same pillar. For con, they're on the same pillar. From the point of view of working with Ivan, sounds are post. You never want a prop that makes sound on set, because that ruins all the dialogue. So everything's
Yeah.
always silent.
And I know the rumble pack is something that nobody will see. So if you're like going to a competition, like we're not,
Right.
but that would be something that is
Right.
like, okay, that's not that important. But
No, and it would make a sound, but that sound wouldn't matter because there'd be all the sound effects under that anyway. Yeah.
yeah, but bringing it to a con, people picking it up, touching, going, wow, is this the? And then it.
Yeah.
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 So
And then it has the Joker buzz feature where it does a short circuit and shocks your hand. Sorry. No.
we could like modify one of those gum or the pens.
The pens. Okay.
Yeah, my brother got me really good because he told me that the pen was stuck and nobody could get it unstuck.
Oh, so you really put some effort into it? Yeah. Great. Thanks, brother.
Yes. What are they for? Yes. So.
Booby trapping your own props.
Booby trapping your
I
props.
like it.
Well, yeah. I always get myself with the jokes, so I try and like get him with like the fake cockroach or the
Clacking teeth.
clacking teeth.
Gotcha.
And I always get me.
Yeah.
Because I forget they're there and then I...
And sometimes I'll find them. I was like, or I'll watch her do it or whatever, and so I'll just move them to where she's gonna go.
Yep. So, yes, booby trapping my own props. It's not out of the ordinary. But we have to figure out where all those things go, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to go back to the instructions. Probably the video, but that would be boring
Probably
to watch.
the video. I could watch that on my phone.
Yeah. Where are we even?
We haven't done this in so long.
Right? Well, this is the pack itself. This is
Wow.
the wand.
Shell's division's at a minus 1.5 Celsius right now.
Oh, that just sounds too cold. Just too cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, one too many, too cold.
One too many, too cold.
Hand grips, that's where those are.
Right?
We kind of stopped here at wrap a piece of aluminum tape around the top section of the clipper valve.
Okay.
Oh,
Top
you knew
section.
exactly where we left off.
And then we'll want to do that to...
Lining the top edge with tape. Lining up the top edge of the tape with the top edge of the foam cap. Rub it down with a pen. And cut along the groove you made earlier, peeling the tape below the groove and discarding it.
Okay.
And then use a green scrubby pad to rub the aluminum tape to give it a brushed finish.
Oh, now we're host. No.
What?
Oh, now we're host. Green scrubby pad.
Green. I was going to say, we have plenty of scrubby things.
Yeah, we do.
Can rough it up. Use a Dremel. Oh, wait. Rotary tool. It's
Rotary
not
tool.
called a Dremel.
Probably just use a bit of sandpaper, like a sanding sponge or something, because
Yeah.
rotary tool might be a little too aggressive.
Well, they have this... Yeah, you're probably right. I just want to use power tools.
Well,
You go the poor man's route. Always have some stubble.
yeah, there you go.
You know what? Whatever works.
Whatever works.
DIY on a budget.
Right. Okay. So, scrubby pad. Oh, you're pre-cutting them. You're not like...
Well, it was long enough, so instead of using 2 pieces of tape, I thought I'd cut the
just-
1 piece of tape in half and...
Look at you saving tape.
Budget.
Right? And the train.
Drain.
Dan does junk. I'm working on another Odin scale Lego figure at the same time. That's awesome.
I saw that. That's awesome. I need to
Cut yours out with your
cut mine out
lasers.
with my laser and get it going, because I've been playing with the X tool. It's a lot of fun. Like it a lot. Haven't made a prop with it yet. Keep making slightly practical things like desks for under my drawers and or drawers
Things
for under
you've
my desk.
needed.
Yeah, things I needed, things that I thought I needed, and yeah, I really appreciate having a place to put stuff.
I think you made a cat toy last night.
Yeah, I made a cat toy. That's true.
Do you even have a cat?
No, but
Did Bean appreciate?
I don't think Bean got a chance to look at it. But
Would he even? No? Okay.
the cat toy made a little specialized cat toy holder, and then so it could hold it in place on the laser cutter, right? And then use the laser to put Odin Makes logo onto the cat toy.
Time well spent.
Yes.
That's awesome. I want to do some engraved leather.
Yep.
Yeah, I have all the tools to do it. It's just me not doing it. Looking at the
Understand.
stuff going, there's a slight learning curve, and that's where I've stopped.
Yep. Understandable.
But I'm like, but I have all the stuff, and I'm ready when I'm ready.
Understandable.
Yes.
Because you don't have any other projects to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
never. Ever.
Just tons of free time.
There's always another project.
Yeah. Another suit to dissect.
I'm already thinking of the next project while I'm working on the current project.
Or even 2 projects ahead.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
That happens.
I have one of the knives.
No.
Okay.
Yes. Me. There
Thank
you go. Yeah, that probably is the best out of those 3. Oh, you guys are like in the coldest places? Like, why? Sorry, I'm just cold looking at that. It's cold in here.
It is cold in here. It is much colder in here than it is outside.
Yeah, I would agree. No, you can't see my breath yet.
Not
But it
really.
feels like you could.
Feels like you should, yeah.
It does. I tried it too. I'm like, oh, I wonder.
Right? It feels like that should happen right now. Shady Fox, it's 51 and raining here. I like those bigger numbers. At least it's 2 digits. But still, sounds cold.
Oh, that scratched it way too much.
Was that too scratchy?
Yeah, that was too harsh of a...
The sponge? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the sponge. I grabbed one of the emery boards.
Oh yeah, that would be a lot, wouldn't it?
Here you go. As a maker, you gotta sometimes make do with different tools to see if these
okay.
work.
Okay.
Those work.
Ah, that hurts my finger. No. That was just too smooth. Are you suggesting I use this side?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm helping.
Everybody, Jerry's going to be here all day. Don't forget to tip your waiter staff.
Tip me over.
Yes, don't forget to smash that like button. And well, that might be a little too harsh. It doesn't quite look like brushed metal. Let's see if there's a... I'll leave you all alone on the stream, maybe, Jerry. Keep company.
That is okay. I'm just sitting here quietly taping things. All by myself.
All by myself.
It's okay.
Let's bust into song here.
No worries.
That's pretty cool.
Right?
I don't know. I think that this would probably work because, 5-foot rule. Even from here, it looks like brushed.
Honestly, when it comes to mistakes, as long as you consistently make them, it's now a pattern.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
not a bug; it's a feature.
Well, when you are distressing things, or when you're spackling a wall, you have the same person do it.
Right.
Because the same mistakes over and over again are a pattern.
Right.
And so you just let it go, and you're going to make that mistake
Wow.
again, and it becomes a pattern. So even from far away, it's a pattern.
That explains my life. All those mistakes are a pattern. Who knew?
Put you in the same situation over and over again.
Yeah, I know, right?
Start
I
to
wonder
react.
what the common denominator is on that. Can't be me.
Schultz Division says you should start the stream with Jerry as Odin, and then pretend nothing is wrong, and just acting it out. When we go
Hello!
live.
I'm Odin.
When we go live, and oh, you found one. Did you get it from?
And I'm Felicia.
We're all dressed the same. We got the memo.
I know.
Yeah, we got the memo.
I actually found this shirt in the laundry, thinking, and I don't remember even buying this shirt. And I thought, oh, I'm cosplaying on Sunday.
Yes,
Oh, there
I
you go.
found one, and I found a brand new one that hasn't been used, so
Awesome.
it's not icky.
All right, I'm going to step out again.
So you're just gonna trim off the extra after you.
Yeah, I don't want to
'Cause I was gonna
scrubby up the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to trim it off. I was like, oh, but then I noticed you didn't. So I was like, I bet you it's because you don't want to mess up this part while you're. There you go. That looks right.
That looks a lot better. Yeah.
Right? Oh, look it. We got some ads going.
Sweet.
Ted got a B&H ad, and
Oh,
Dan
nice.
got a Photo Bucket ad. Shop Gremlin got a Walmart ad. I love it.
Again, I'm really sorry that ads are a necessary evil, but for those of you that suffer through them, God bless you.
Schultz Division, no ad yet. You're not one of the cool kids. No, I'm teasing. You got your ad blockers on.
Possible.
Oh, that looks really clean. And you were worried. I
I
kind
was
of
worried.
don't have as much texture because I didn't pre-texture like you textured, but
That's okay.
it doesn't look bad.
Good. You shouldn't. It's just supposed to look like brushed, not, ground up in the driveway.
Yeah. It was a brand new pad, and it's already. That's aluminum.
Even I cut a piece off. Now what's fun is there's 2 more of these already glued to the packs. So you get to do 2 more.
No worries.
Yeah.
It's not the worst. It's easier than
No.
actually having to paint it.
Yes.
Or like try and do it neatly and nicely. I love metal tape. Like this stuff is my favorite. That's why I know where it is in your workshop because I steal it all the time.
Good. So, because this is one. Or is there only 4 total? Is there only 1 on the pack and 1 on the Neutrona one?
It's not the best of pictures, but reference images help, right? No, my reference images aren't where they belong. They should be in the front of each section, and they're not there. So is it in this section? Nope, those are just the pieces.
That's the...
Yeah. No, I don't have my reference images
All right.
printed anymore. I used them for something and didn't put them back. Jeez Louise. Yeah, no, they're not in here because that's all different stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, no, in front of each of these pages, I had the reference images.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the one.
What do we use them for?
Because this is the only one that's got this engine mount piece or whatever it is on it.
I'm speaking. It's okay. We have technology. I just pull it up on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I could.
You could.
I could.
Could.
If I wanted to.
Yeah, if you're so inspired.
I love living in the future, but it's also annoying at the same time.
What, these sudden spots of more responsibility?
Right?
Now
You
they
think
can
you're
reach
saving
me.
anywhere, anytime. It's like I'm watching you. I know you didn't answer your phone. Shh.
Tiny guy. This should be about the right size. Yeah, it's a little bit off, but not bad. Okay.
Are you pre-cutting it nicely so you don't have to trim it off like this again?
Yeah, because I don't
That's
have.
a pain in the butt.
Well, I don't have a 15 millimeter mark on those guys. We just glued them on before watching
We
this one.
marked them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just doing it the right size so it can peel it, sticker it on.
Yeah.
I like the way you think. Makes sense to me. Ah. Then you stab
That was
it
you or
and
me?
you stamp it. No, it wasn't me. That was you. Don't worry, we're only live.
Right, but let me make sure that somebody doesn't tell me I gotta.
Oh, I like that Danda's Junk says, no ad means you already have everything you need.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right? For the next project. No. Never. It's
You
always
keep
2
that.
more trips to Home Depot.
Well, at least. I want to make drawers to go underneath my desk. 5 trips to Home Depot later.
You know, you could have just bought it and it would have been cheaper at that point.
Maybe.
Story of my life.
It was more that I was just able to get a very specific size, a very specific fit. So ended up getting 2 drawers that fit under the desk, but above my computer tower with some space.
Yep.
You know, that was,
Knowing what you need.
yeah.
Yee. I like the peel. All the stickiness.
Yeah. Watching the latex stretch of the sticky when you peel.
Yep. There we go.
It's exciting. Let's watch Odin cut.
It's like a D battery.
It is. Silver top.
Schultz Division said I got an ad for prostate care yesterday. Guess I'm in that age segment now. Well, make sure you take care. Okay. Sharp things are sharp. This is not that lid. Oh, well. Are you looking up the clipper valve?
I'm hearing noises, so I'm looking up security cameras.
Ooh. All right, I'll look up the valve.
Okay. Well, I know there's the one because it's got the valve release on top, right? That's the circle on top is supposedly the knob for adjusting the valve, but
There are some images that are better than others. Ooh, look at there's a pink Barbie one. I wonder how many people have actually finished their Proton Packs by now if they started
most
with
of them.
us. Yeah, for sure, right? Oh, look it! I like this one. I'm using this one since this is the one we're using.
oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, there is only the one. That's the only valve. So that's a hose that goes to there. Okay.
This needs to get silvered.
Oh, okay. Well, that's we do that.
Yeah, those have already been redded. So it's a lot of just the distressing now.
A lot of it, yeah. It's electronics distressing, and then like final pieces, like
Yeah, like that copper piece and the tape, the wire tape.
which is the copper piece? Oh, that copper piece. Okay.
Yeah,
That
remember
was
we were
the-
gonna do a
yeah.
pencil, but you had like, why don't we just use a piece of tube that I have that's already the right size and color?
It's in one of the boxes, right?
Could
That was
have been
a
at
long
one
time
point.
ago.
If it's still there, I'd be surprised. But
I
yes.
try not to pull things out. Because I think it's this part is silver, then I think the adjustment knob on top is silver.
Yes.
Okay, and the other part's black, right? Or is it solid silver?
It's silver.
Oh, it's just all silver. Okay.
It's all silver, yeah.
Okay.
And he has a washer on the top of this.
Yes, he does. He has a big fender washer on the top of.
Yeah, which I think really sells the metallic-ness of it, you know? Reference images, they really do help. Lost Wax with his Proton Pack, and that's the one we're building. Not that y'all can see. You have one? Hey, that's the right size. There we go. It's more silver than it was. Would Rub and Buff be a good easy silver if we tape around this and then smoosh it? Or should we just like spray it with some silver? Would that be way faster? Or brush it? There's a million ways to make it silver.
We can rub and buff it, but we're not going to get down into the
groove,
things.
unless we use a stick, like Q-tip or something.
Right. At that point, we might as well just brush it.
Yeah,
We might as well brush it with rub and buff, actually. I mean, we just use a brush.
yeah.
Silly.
I just like the metallic-y look that Rub and Buff leaves, so that's like my go-to in my head
Okay.
of metal. Although
Yeah, we got a head banging going on over here.
those
It's awesome
metallic
having a
paints
peanut
that you
gallery.
have, those both are really good metals. The
Yeah.
gold and the silver, so
You can try those.
we have plenty of options.
Yes, we do.
It's better than when you only have like no options and you're like, well, this is the best one I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you mind?
No.
Okay. As long as I'm not taking it from you.
No. I'm just like distracted looking over here. I forgot about those, even though I just pointed to that right on my phone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Was that Dan?
Oh, okay.
Dan asked a question.
Oh, Dan has a question? Okay. So apparently Dan has a question. My glasses are off, so I see blurry words. What did Dan ask?
Dan says, are you doing anything special for the holidays like how you did Lego Advent calendars last year?
Oh, I see. Yes. Yes, so last year, for all of you who didn't live through it last year, or for those of you fabulous people of the future who are watching this that actually aren't part of the Discord, Shop Grumman and I, again, plan on opening up Advent calendars, Lego Advent calendars, for each day leading up to Christmas, like we did last year. This is a thing inspired by Ashens and Nerd Cubed over on their YouTube channel. They do a YouTube Advent of crap every year. Lego at least isn't crap. So what we like to do is we'll open up the first day. We'll both build a little kit that comes in it, and then compare who got the cooler kit. And sometimes leave it up to vote for Discord. Sometimes it's real obvious. You know, I got that. Yeah, I got a rock. But sometimes leave it a vote up to Discord, and then the loser opens up a third Advent calendar of shitty tea that comes, you know. It comes from a delightful store that's much appreciative for having multicultural teas and flavors and foods and stuff, but some of the is just not good, and I'm sure even in its home country it's not good tea because it's just not good. And so you have to drink a cup of punishment tea. Right, so you open up this tea and drink the punishment tea, and then do it all over again the next day. Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun last year. We did City and Star Wars last year. And it got down to being a tie down to the last day. So this year we bought the Marvel kit, the Marvel Advent Calendar, and the Star Wars Advent Calendar. And a good question is, last year I had the Star Wars calendar and Shop Gremlin had the City calendar. So this year, do we mix it up? Does Shop Gremlin get Star Wars and I get Marvel? Or do I keep Star Wars and Shop Gremlin takes Marvel? What do you guys think? The people here now, even though there's only about 5 minutes until the public comes flooding in, are the ones whose votes would actually count. So everyone who's listening right now live, what do you think? Should I open Star Wars or should Shop Gremlin open Star Wars? So let us, not that Star Wars is necessarily better than Marvel.
Rock, paper, scissors for it.
Rock, paper, scissors for it.
Unless you have a preference of which one you think it's going to be cooler.
I don't know if I would choose Star Wars or not, but...
You would probably choose Marvel?
No, I'd probably choose... I've been buying the Star Wars Advent Calendar for years.
So you'd probably choose
I'd
Star Wars.
But it's not a big deal. Either way,
Yeah.
I still get to play with them, so I don't care.
You think the Star Wars is going to beat the Marvel one?
I don't know.
So you have an unfair advantage being...
No, actually, we were looking at it and very much decided against the City one because it looked like the Star Wars one would win. So do the Marvel one, right? Because it has cool characters instead of interesting city people. And then the things it builds, the City one this year, the little builds were not much different than last year, and the ones that were different weren't much more inspired. So it's like, okay. You know, this year, one of the really big fun figures for Star Wars is the Emperor in an ugly Christmas sweater.
Spoilers.
It's on the box. And I believe Spider-Man has an ugly Christmas sweater in the Marvel one. So, and it also has a Christmas Ewok. And I can't remember what the secondary Christmas one is.
Christmas Ewok.
Yep, it's his little hoodie thing is painted in Christmas colors. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're saying you really want the Star Wars one?
Pretty much, but I will totally go with
the vote of the people.
the vote of the people on this one. Yeah, it's not a big deal at all because it's just a lot of fun to do.
Nice.
So yeah, totally plan on doing that again this year. Yeah, and actually all set. Jerry's been visiting for the past couple of days, which has been great because we sat up most of the night last night. Can you see Jerry's? There's a thing.
Yeah.
Thing, you got a tattoo.
Things gone off the rails here.
After dinner, we just sat and opened up and played the Lego kits for like hours. It's been a Lego weekend. It's been great.
Two nights of Legos. It's been awesome. What are you doing in the holidays? You eat a lot of food, drink alcohol, and you build Lego.
Yeah. Yeah, it's figure.
That's what grown-ups do.
Isn't it? All right, so make a poll in the Discord. Actually talked about that. I still could because we've got a few days going. So if that's the vote, we'll do that. Because that was Cheese's suggestion. Because we talked about it with Cheese. Let's make a poll.
Well, it's like, where are they going to vote?
Yeah. Well, I figured they would just sound off in the chat. Sorry.
Oh, they already are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got a Star Wars for Odin and a Marvel for Odin and another Star Wars. So we're 2-1.
2-1, right? Okay.
Yeah. But
with one make a poll. So we got one make a poll. Okay. So those are the three options. But anyway. Now, for all of you fine people in the future who are watching this live stream, bless you for watching the live stream in the future, my future. If you want to get in on the poll, if you want to be able to see this advent calendar action happen day by day, then please check out patreon.com/Odin Makes. And if you join at the Discord level, you'll be invited to the private Discord where you're going to be able to talk to me pretty much whenever you want. Felicia's in the Discord, Chakram's in the Discord, Jerry's in the Discord. There's another Jerry who's really awesome that's on the Discord. And it's a fun community. I really enjoy all the builds that J Period and Ace have been sharing this past week. Both are moving some fantastic Star Wars cosplay. That wasn't intentional. But anyway, hint. No, it's fine. That was really cool. J. Period made a X-Wing flight suit and then met the actor for Wedge Antilles, if I recognize correctly. And that was
on the
really
Discord.
cool. Schultz Division's on. Everyone who's here right now is on the Discord. Dan,
right?
Schultz
You guys
Division.
are all on the Discord.
Much appreciated. The Discord is where I post the unlisted HTML for watching these live streams, where you'll be able to catch us live 45 minutes or so before we actually go full public live, and be able to have a little more quiet talk, right? It's easier to see the comments because they don't go by quite so quickly, because it's just us, which I really appreciate, because the whole point of the live stream is hanging out with the people.
Yeah, we should let the other people in. It's
Okay.
like 2 minutes early, but still.
All right, well, let them in now. All right.
It doesn't hurt. I don't know where it is. I hid it.
It's in your hand.
No. It's probably...
Did I carry it over here?
I guess we can't let the people in.
I did carry it over here.
You did carry it over there. Okay.
I can't see.
Don't worry.
Open the
We're only
gates!
live.
I'm on the Discord. Yes, Shady, you're on the Discord. And Shady, you still have a box. So there was a short period of time there for a little while I was selling crap on Etsy, old props and things. At this point, I've just got stickers. But Shady purchased one of the props that I had made a year ago. I still haven't shipped it out. But I add crap to that box almost every month. So this Christmas, damn it, I'm going to get it sent out. I've got until like the 10th to get it out, and you should still be able to get it by Christmas Day. And it's going to be packed full of shite. Cry havoc and let's let loose the fans of war. Alrighty, edit. We're going to go down here and visibility, public. In fact, I think I threw one of those cat toys in this box. The first one that didn't quite come out the way I wanted it to. I was like, well, that goes in Shaky Socks. Live streams, Ghostbusters Proton Pack done, and save. Privacy, public! Cool, he says. Hi, Ace. All right, Ralph is here. I lurk a lot on Discord. Different time zones don't help much. Yeah, that would be an issue, definitely. I do very much appreciate that there's like worldwide fans, and the fact that I've got so many of you from Europe that watch. That's really fucking cool.
Right?
Thank you guys.
Always doing the math. If we're here, it's 3 hours sooner in New York, and then 3 hours sooner to get to the UK, and then 3 hours.
Yeah, it's like 8 hours sooner to basically between us and Doctor Who time is 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always crazy to be like, hey, good morning, good evening.
Good evening. And then sometimes Trash Panda pops in, and it's Monday for them. Australia. No, I think I've talked about this before. There's been plenty of times that I have when I was younger, look at maps, right? Look at where things are. Look at maps. And enjoy looking at maps of the world, and just the idea that I'm now talking to people effectively live
Tomorrow. No.
tomorrow. Yeah, at a lot of these places, it's like this is really cool.
Hello, future people. No.
Hello, future people.
So did that work out?
Well, it seems to. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a wrinkle because the foam is a tiny bit smaller than the
Yeah, no, I get it. There was ever so
PVC pipe.
slight.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's
How are you
fine.
going to silver the top?
We can totally, so I automatically say, we can totally use rub and buff on this. That might be in the cosplay repair, hell bin, so we'll take a minute to dig for that.
There's also that silver right there that's not half bad.
Yeah, let's use that.
The Krylon?
No.
No.
See that
The-
gold? No, colder.
The pint.
It is
the
not
pint
the
of acrylic
spray.
paint.
It is not spray. It is okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I spy with my little eye something that's paint on that wall.
I'm colorblind, so
At least it
It's
wasn't.
silver.
you get 2 birds for that one.
Oh, that's been a while since that's been opened.
And this is also thin for airbrush.
Oh, okay.
So that blue
Might be
floating
quite
on
as
top
opaque.
is, it should be okay still. The blue floating on top is window cleaner.
Okay.
Because of all the weird things with, especially with Plat FX paints, it may have just been what was convenient for the person to figure it out, but adding a bit of window cleaner into the acrylic paints really thins it and helps it going through an airbrush.
Ammonia?
Yeah, probably because it dries quickly, it evaporates quickly. So it thins it, then it evaporates quickly, and it doesn't, I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't
Chemistry.
question it. Yeah, it's like, do this! Okay.
It works? Okay, I will do it again. Makes sense. Makes sense.
But just a little bit ago, we opened up the gates and let in the fans of war, and we're now doing the public version of the Odin Makes Sunday live stream. Hopefully a few more people have popped in. I don't see the analytics because I got my windows arranged poorly. But for all of you who have popped in, thank you very much for tuning into this Sunday's live stream. Welcome to the Odin Makes live stream. I'm Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And today we're joined with a live studio audience of Jerry. Which Jerry are you, damn it?
I'm Jerry Rich Prop.
That's it, okay.
Not Jerry Can Cosplay, because I'm not Irish. Is he Irish?
Yeah, 'cause
Jerry,
Jerry-
is he? I don't think he's on here.
It's because he's not as talented.
No, it's like I said earlier, I'm what you get when you order Odin off of Wish.
Okay, so Jerry Reed Props is here. Captain Splody! Jerry Reed Props is here, and thank you very much. So basically, this is 3 of the team members for Cosplay Repair. We are all going to be there the first week in January at SAC Anime. So if you happen to be coming to SAC Anime, come on upstairs and say hi. I was going to say something negative, but why? Just come up and say hi. Be great.
Yeah,
We're gonna
hopefully
be
your
there.
costumes are all together and you don't need us. But we'll
I
be
can
there
come
for you.
insult you if you want me to. I mean, I'm just saying.
Let's see, we got new peoples in here. Got The Adventures of Alex Stoner. Hey Odin, what's up?
Hello, Alex Stoner.
And RYX1993 says, first live stream I've caught of yours. Well, welcome.
Oh, welcome.
How do you say that? Rex93? 1993? I don't know. I can
Squint.
butcher anyone's name. RYX.
Oh, yeah,
There's no
okay.
vowels. I can't pronounce it.
Ricks, I don't know.
Rix? Rikes?
Sometimes why is it
Why?
Val?
Yeah, I was going to say, never mind. Why?
So I'm nearsighted, and I can't see that far. But, early on doing videos, I decided I didn't want to wear the glasses because early on, it was reflecting all the lights on my glasses. So it's like, all right, that was for DIY Prop Shop. I just carry on the tradition now because I got to take my glasses off to work up close anyway.
Bryce News here saying, hi, Odin and Felicia. Healing still is progressing, but hopefully on Thursday, my doctor will finally release me and let me go back to life. We hope your doctor feels that you're healthy enough too.
Yeah.
Yes, but don't go overdoing it.
No.
Steve Wagner, hey Odin, how you guys doing? The Ghostbuster Proton Pack is looking good. Maybe after that, next you could be the Ghost Trap.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's not very opaque, is it? Should we do like a layer down if you wanted to paint it before you went over the top of that?
Yeah. Steve, were you the ones telling us which electronic kits to get? I mean, I can dig this up in my email from like a year ago. But if I just ask, maybe I'll be told again.
There's powder.
Yeah, there's some...
No, that's just a mess.
No, it's pigments. It's not quite going to do what we want. We'll probably want to dig in either the Plant Effects paints or in the Cosplay Repair, which should be in the top milk crate thing here, I think. Where...
Yeah, because that's not going to work. That is just way too thin.
I'm trying to remember where...
Where it got stuck?
Yeah,
I didn't steal it, I promise.
Where did I stick... Where's JB Weld? Wow, words. Where did I stick the rub and buff? We'll just use the silver Sharpie.
That's not going to be quite right either.
Here's my notebook from Miss Mary Mac.
I actually used mine up.
I've used mine, mostly for notes at cons.
Yeah, no, I used mine up.
Yeah,
meaning
no, I heard.
I went through it all.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Daniel Knight's here saying greetings.
Here, Shop Gremlin just found this.
Oh, nice.
Strictly Games is here saying hello. Daniel Knight got a sticker set from Black Clover directly from Amazon.
Black. Oh, yeah, sticker set. We didn't get it from Amazon. If it's this sticker set, the Ghostbusters one. This came from Moby Sign Company off of, I think, Etsy. But we've got a couple of sticker sets, including the clapper valve.
Because that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work saved just having those pre-printed.
Right. So I got two sets of the Kobe ones, or the Moby ones. Moby.
A says, Jerry in the house? Nice. It should be a quiet, calm stream. Glad to see you back.
Why does everybody think that I'm like, like the, what's the joke? You know, knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Boo! Yeah. Ah, the good old knock knock jokes. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
And then right after that, my kids say, "You're not funny, Dad." And then what do? They go and they tell their friends the same joke.
Yes.
Daniel Knight says, it's for my mashup. That's awesome.
Oh, cool. What was the final tally? Did anyone notice? Or was
I have to go back and count.
All right. Well, we'll have to go... I don't know. Maybe Shopperman counted. But a poll probably has to happen.
Yeah. It would make it easier.
It would make it easier.
More clean cut.
And we could give it more time.
And it would be a cutoff time. That looks much better than the other one.
Yeah.
It's just at least more opaque.
It'll take 2 coats, but it always did.
Yeah. The other one, it was going to take a few.
I got a text.
Oh, good thing that we have to distress it, right?
Yeah. I just got a tiny bit of silver on the corner of the bumper bar, but I guess that's a nick.
Yep.
Right.
What were we talking about? Like, mistakes over, like...
No. Just you should have seen the Joe stream. It was loud. We were both... Joe Gillis and I were both very loud. We usually are.
Yes. Bryce New says, pack is looking great. Can't wait to see the finished product paired with my holsters.
Yep, they're right back here.
In a box.
In a box, safe. Here they are. I even know which box. With the thread attached. See?
The house is coming down.
Holsters.
Holsters for the... Does this battery pack still work?
It should. I kept taking the batteries out. But yeah, he sent us holsters for the PKE meter and for the gizmo.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, the batteries wore out.
Okay.
Or if there's not in there.
I probably took them out.
You probably did.
Yep. On Target Creations. Price new. Very cool.
I think that's a cool stamp. The Ghostbusters stamp.
It is a very
leather
cool
stamp.
It is a very cool stamp.
We need to get the outfits. You have an outfit sort of started.
I have an outfit sort of started.
You have a base to go on.
I do. Bought a jumpsuit for doing barf, which never happened.
No.
It still could, but it just hasn't. So I've got that. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten one yet.
Just a tan jumpsuit or whatever. I mean, there's thankfully at this point there's some variation that's allowed.
Right. What are you looking for?
It's not quite so 501st, where you have to be, which I make it sound really bad, but it's not, because the guys are trying really hard and it's very cool, but yeah, you're not allowed any kind of variation, which is okay. But there is variation allowed with Ghostbusters.
Yes. Peter Martin, good morning from Australia. Wondering if you would consider doing more props from Resident Evil or more from Gundam.
Well, good morning, Australia. We were just talking about talking to people from the future. I would certainly consider it. I don't have any plans at the moment, but that doesn't mean no. I do have all those videos that I've had sitting in the wings, waiting forever. Those still exist. I've actually kind of started looking at doing a whole new one because that has more interest. So I've been playing around with that a little bit. So there's hope. There's actual hope.
Eastern 57 says, LOL, I see the aluminum tape with the blue tape to keep it in check.
Yep.
I do that too.
Oh yeah, it's right here, isn't it? Yep, absolutely. That'll just... Okay, where's the paint?
It got used up. Well, that one was too thin.
Here it comes. How long has it been here? Oh, look, it's paint. Okay.
Like those old ketchup commercials.
Yeah, basically.
Anticipation.
Well, the other paint was way too thin, so you're gonna sponge that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you do have a brush. Okay.
I do have a brush too, but I'll
Yeah.
use a brush so I can get down in there, but sponge usually gives me a better coverage. Of course, I just painted the part we were going to glue something to, but we'll just glue to paint. Because that always works really well.
Bryce New says, although if cost isn't a factor, Magnoli Clothiers makes the most accurate flight suits. Plus, they are custom made to your measurements, but they also cost a pretty penny. Yeah, I'm not made out of
Go for
money.
it. Give now to help support Felicia's... What was the name? Marsani?
Magnoli.
Give now to support Felicia's Magnoli Clothier's flight suit purchase.
No, reality, I'd probably make one myself.
Yeah, pretty
by
much.
the time
By the time you bought it to get all the measurements and figure it all out? Yeah.
Yeah, I could, but I don't want to. I really don't. I want to just get a good one, but...
Yeah, just buy a surplus one that'll fit.
And upgrade it,
Yeah. Do the pads, do the...
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it, it's just...
If you don't have to, why bother?
It's a lot of work, but it's not that much work, if that makes sense. But if it's already made, why start from scratch?
But you know what you're doing when you sew stuff. For
Yes.
people like me, who are all extra fingers and thumbs trying to sew stuff, I'm that's where Wish comes in.
So Jerry had a fantastic idea.
What was his idea?
I did?
I did? His idea was, not that you want to necessarily review or talk about a ton of different ones, but we talked about the Brother Sewing Machine. We talked about the $50 sewing machine. You gave us a pretty honest review on the handheld Wonder Machine that so graciously purchased.
I appreciate it, and I've always wanted to play with one, but they've never been actually practically useful in my life.
Okay, I'm gonna step in here real quick
Please.
and explain something. So, Last Sack Anime, before Felicia got there, all of the people that came in with sewing needs were handed off to me, and I am all thumbs. So I looked like I had given blood to for days. And this one gal came in a Spider-Gwen outfit, and all of the fingertips had blown out, all of the threads had frayed, and so I sat there and I hand sewed her back into all of her fingertips. And in my head, afterwards, I thought, wouldn't it be great to have a handheld where you just zip right around the edges? And then I saw your review. I'm like, oh, the dog food thing. Yeah. And so then I told Odin later, I said, I should have just consulted with Felicia before I actually ordered anything.
But in practicality, they feel like they would solve so many solutions.
It does.
But you have to backstitch so that it doesn't come undone, and then you have...
And then after looking at it, I realized that because she couldn't take it off, I had to fold everything in and hand stitch it, so that was
You had
better.
to hand stitch it anyways, and that was the best way you could have possibly fixed that problem.
Yeah.
I had the evil villain from Kim Possible. Her suit got a split in it, and she had to go wait in the bathroom while I fixed her spandex
That's
suit.
right. That's right.
So I understand, and like hand stitching the fingers with their hand still in it was probably the best, most accurate way you could have done it, even if you had a sewing machine and they took it off and sewed
Okay,
it
then
inside
another
out.
scenario from the previous SAC anime, and they got this guy come in the, I don't know what his character was from, like Trigun or something. He had these baggy pants, but he had ripped his pants from the top of his tailbone all the way down to his crotch, so it was just open, right?
But it wasn't on the seam, right? Was that, or is that not that guy? Because
no, it wasn't on the seam.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So it was the fabric that tore,
So it was
not
the
the thread that gave
So
up.
he needed to be stitched up. However, we didn't have anything else for him to wear. So I said, well, you know what? If you don't mind, I can at least stitch you up by hand, do like a real quick whip stitch that will last the rest of the day. But you're going to have to stand here while I stitch your butt together. And he's like, oh, no problem. Well, I volunteered to do that.
You're very kind.
I volunteered to do that, so I'm kneeling down on the ground. He turns around. What's he not wearing under his outfit?
Is he forgetting a layer?
He's going full commando.
Oh.
So I'm sitting here trying to stitch it, going, I don't need to see this. I don't need to see this. Now I'm scarred for life. And that was where
You're like,
this came in. I'm like, can I just do this real quick and move?
a stapler.
Actually, I got like probably 4 or 5 inches into this. I mean, this was a long rip, and I just finally said, hey, you okay if we just use safety pins? He's like, sure. I'm like, why did I think at the beginning? So.
Safety pins are your friends, and also I like a stapler. I know that it's not conventional or anything, but hemming pants with a stapler.
For quick and dirty?
Quick and dirty, and also it comes undone. Like, if you don't want a permanent damage in your fixing, like, you don't want to hot glue it so that you can't hand sew it later.
Right.
Staples don't damage your clothing, because it's 2 holes like a needle would have stabbed through your hole. Through the
so it doesn't really do anything
It doesn't
different.
damage your fabric.
And most of the kids that come whose cosplays are bought offline or their grandmother made it, if they're just not that well built.
I'd use a stapler.
It just needs to
over
last
this.
for the day. I don't blame you.
But
Maybe you can take this apart and turn it into something.
It came with a cool box.
No, the box
The
is
box is
amazing,
great and all the stuff in
in it is awesome. And if you have like bags that you need to close real quick, some pillows, Christmas presents.
Honestly, it was like $25. So like I figured
that's not a bad price.
not a bad price. Even if you throw out the sewing
Yeah.
part of it, all of the extras, it comes with buttons, it comes with,
Measuring tape.
And then you start talking about cheap thread, and I'm sitting
Oh,
there
I
like,
was thinking about the cheap thread because I use cheap thread.
Yeah.
Dual duty is typically the cheap thread that I use because that's the best of the cheap threads that's not going to gunk up your sewing machine.
Honestly, me too. Dual duty is usually the one I buy.
Because it's the cheap one, but it's a good thread. But I'm not above using cheap threads, but I realize why I'm not. I've hacked my sewing machine ever so slightly to make it significantly easier to use in weird scenarios.
Okay.
There's this stuff called thread magic. That it's like a wax for your thread, but it's a synthetic wax, so it's not like a beeswax. And you use that when you're hand sewing, and it makes it significantly easier. And when you're hand sewing, sometimes you think sometimes you just need to wax your thread, and it makes life 100 times easier. So there's this stuff called thread magic, and they sell it where you can use your hands thread and needles through it, but they also have a little teeny tiny attachment that you stick on your sewing machine that as your thread feeds into your sewing machine,
and it waxes it for you.
It waxes it for you.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And that
cool.
makes it significantly easier to sew weird fabrics, sequins, funky things, because your thread is waxed when you're sewing with it. And also the cheap threads get waxed, so they're not the reason you don't want cheap threads is because the fibers get into your sewing machine and gunk up your sewing machine and make it all like floofy. It waxes it and it keeps it clean in your sewing machine. So
would that be something useful for like a leather sewing machine as well? Just to,
yeah.
I mean, that makes more sense.
Heavy duty fabric, like I've
especially-
used leathers, I've used plastics, vinyls, all sorts of weird fabrics, velvets, and I just keep it's on my sewing machine. I just put it there and forget about it, but it's just a little tiny sticker, and it has the wax on it, and it waxes your thread as you sew, and like. One of the things that I told Odin was if you change your needle, it solves most of your problems. If you're starting to have issues with your sewing machine, change your needle.
Right.
And
wax your thread.
Well, waxing, you don't have
Does
to
it
wax
help the
your
needle
thread.
life?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's not, your thread
It's not working as
is
hard.
not getting caught in your needle, pulling and bending your needle, where, why you would need it changed.
Yeah.
So, just that little thing, I realized, oh yeah, you could totally use, not only cheap threads, you are going to have a better time with better threads, but that's why I haven't had as many issues lately, is because I just put that thing there and I can sew a lot more crazy fabrics and not really even think twice about it.
PSA kids, you learned something new today.
Yeah. It's like $7 for a little tub, but it lasts forever.
I'm adding that to my kid at home.
And so I'm like, I never want to break down and buy it, but once I have it, I always use it, and I'm like, why didn't I just get this when I needed it? Life is so much easier if you just. Anyways.
No.
Enough experience to know that does make a difference on, especially when you're going crazy fabrics through your sewing machine and you think it's you. It's not you. Fabric.
I don't know. For me, it's probably me.
Old sewing machines don't like modern fabrics. Modern fabrics have some special needs that they need. Sometimes you have to change the tensions or loosen them up, or just kind of have a stretch stitch when you sew certain things. So yeah, there's a learning curve.
All right.
But.
All right, I'm going to give you space back to build.
Sure,
No
worries.
worries.
I'm trying to look up pictures to see what else I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh yeah.
Silver.
Getting the little crevices.
Yeah, if you want, go for it.
Okay, I want to. Hi everybody, says the real Mulkey.
Hello, Real Walkie.
And Daniel Knight, my mom's right. I need a bigger, better charm bag. Okay.
Okay. Charm bag. So
Real
the thought
Walkie,
was
who's
for
the new
Felicia
guy?
to review
Yeah.
sewing machines.
Me to review sewing machines.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't need sewing machine. I could give you very honest reviews.
Yeah, and that actually would probably be really good.
Yeah, because I have opinions. I definitely
There
do.
you are. There's Felicia's opinions about sewing machines.
It's okay. I was thinking of reviewing cosplays and being like, how easy is this thing to move around in? How eatable is things? Can I do a handstand in this cosplay? This superhero says that they can. How do they
Right.
do it wearing this?
I can't do a handstand anywhere.
Period.
Not with that kind of attitude. I've taught 3-year-olds. I believe in most humans. Most.
You haven't seen me in a gym mat.
I am going to reach past you.
Dan Does Junk said sometimes your tools need a good yelling at too.
Sometimes.
Sewing machines like to beep a lot, and I hate the beepy sewing machines that just yell at you like, why? What's going? Oh, I didn't put the foot down. Shh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sewing machine's not super beepy, and I appreciate that. It does beep, but it's not like...
It's not like R2-D2 cursing at everybody in Star Wars, so they had to bleep every word he said.
I never thought of it that way, but that makes sense. Jeremy Dunn, I burnt my arm. Don't do that, that hurts.
What?
I don't know, I'm just completely out of context looking at
That-
comments.
That is a low priority goal.
Enormous Redis. Redis. I can butcher anyone's name very well.
I know.
Off topic, but you should totally do a power armor build and come to Fallout Day next year at the Pioneer Saloon at Good Springs.
What state?
What state?
Nevada.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jerry.
Got you covered.
Thank you. Possibly. I would enjoy going to a Fallout Day thing. It's just black.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at pictures.
Yeah. have the Lux Wax one right here.
Good. That was one I wasn't finding.
His thumbnail. But it has a very good picture of the Proton Pack that we are copying.
Yeah, it's got a really good picture close-up of the
Proton Pack we're copying. We're not doing the official this guy's or that guy's. We're doing the last wax.
Well, I pulled the one on Wikipedia that I believe is a.
I should not wear heels when I'm on this little box because I keep stepping back.
At least don't keep your weight on your heels.
On my toes.
Yeah.
No.
Keep your weight on your toes. Don't keep your weight on your heels. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it for that. Okay. I'm seeing silver on this pipe, so just go ahead and use tape. I suppose if I do it the right way, I'd paint the silver first and then put tape over it, so I'm not painting the tape. Overrated?
There's a million ways to do things wrong. The most direct journey, you probably haven't learned the most.
Yeah, but if you learn it wrong every single time,
you don't know
it
any
works, then is it really wrong?
Exactly. There's a million wrong ways to do anything. There's a million ways to do anything wrong, is what I'm trying to say.
So, no, one of the things we need to look at with this, unless the electronic kits come with a different LED readout, we purchased a couple of the blue bar readout measuring things for the power on the Neutrona one, and it doesn't currently fit. So I don't think I really want to jump right into cutting.
No, not until we've kind of laid it out at least and have a plan. But yeah, I remember that. And they kind of needed to get popped in.
But I still have a lot of interest in making a PKE meter replica, because I've got the shoe polisher.
Danda's junk got Doc. I can't read anything today.
Indokino.
Indokino, is that how do you say it? Because I was thinking of
Indokino ad.
Mendocino.
I don't know what that is.
Indokino, okay, that
What
makes
is
sense.
an Indokino?
I don't know, but he has an ad for it. Maybe
Oh,
he is
okay.
more educated now on
Well,
what
at this
that
point,
is.
the ad's
Well,
doing.
right after that, he says, never heard of it.
Well, there
Okay,
you
good.
go.
So it's not just us.
And then Real Monkey, hooray for Wayfair ads. And Ace is still ad-free for me. Shady Fox got the Walmart ad.
I'm sorry, Shady.
Well, Shock Gremlin got it earlier.
Well, it's possible that Ace isn't getting ads. If Ace pays for premium, you won't get the ads.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So if you pay for the YouTube premium, you should be ad-free.
Peter Martin, would you consider doing your way of leather face mask?
Oh, interesting. Sure, I'd consider that. What's funny is when I think about Leatherface, I forget about the mask. I think about the chainsaw. And it's like, well, I did a chainsaw for Evil Dead. It wouldn't be much different. I just wouldn't put my hand in it. So I didn't really think about Leatherface's face.
Where's the other one of these?
Hiding right here.
Right in front of me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me, as my mama would say.
Progress!
Got a clothing ad from Danda's Junk and Godalope Ninja Transfer ad.
Hello, Godalope.
Ninja Transfer ad. If you saw the ad, is it a very good ninja?
Yeah.
No.
Is transferring ninjas such a common occurrence that you need an ad for it? Yeah.
Quick, we need a ninja at the new office. Transfer ours from there.
Emily White. Thanks for the thread magic tip. You are very welcome. It makes a significant difference in hand sewing. It makes such a big difference in hand sewing that I just decided to stick it on my sewing machine, and I have been very happy with the results.
Yeah.
And I sew a lot of crazy materials, including plastics and vinyls and leathers and satins and silks.
I had forgotten all about it, and yeah, I remember it on the top of your sewing machine, and it made it. I remember it making a difference. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so simple, and it's such a little thing, and it's a little boop, but tiniest little upgrade, and
boop. What?
It's just a little boop that you don't quite think about after you do it, and then, but it makes a big difference in.
Is that a sewing technical term?
Boop. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you gotta smoosh it, and then you gotta boop it, and a little.
Sounds like a kid's toy. No, bop it. You twist it. You turn it.
Yeah. Just kind of smoosh it, and then you smoosh it. Ew, I'm telling you, we're live.
Ace asks about new props on the wall.
Oh, okay. That's really kind of cool having someone else being able to monitor the chat a little bit.
Well, you guys are both focused on painting.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
No.
looking half over there, half painting.
I am totally not upset.
Odin, this is God speaking.
Yes, God.
You're doing it wrong.
Thanks, God.
I'm not really
Okay, Ace.
Should you get for putting me in the peanut gallery?
Hey, it's great. New props on the wall. So, sort of, yes, there's new props on the wall. What we have back here behind us now, because Puppy still hasn't come back yet, but Puppy will, I swear, I want to bring Puppy back. There's 2 more live streams before a con. Puppy will go to the con, but I think Puppy will probably come back before the con, so it's going to get to run around a little bit. What's Puppy? Puppy's the pet name for the Soul Calibur sword for Soul Edge. So Soul Edge will come back because Soul Edge belongs back there. That's why there's a spot on the wall. That's where Soul Edge eye goes. That sword needs to come back. Behind me is a Leviathan axe from that game, God of War. And that's been back there for a little while, as well as the Red Ranger's sword from Power Rangers, which reminds Felicia and I that we need to make more Power Rangers props, because
Yeah, I have
really
the whole
do.
outfit to make the pink Power Ranger.
But over here is a new prop they can barely see on camera, just behind your head right now.
Oh, I know.
You remember that one?
I remember this
Yeah.
one.
So this one here, which
Is pretty well attached. It was a grass wheel once in a lifetime ago.
this is an old Smosh prop. So we made the grass wheel. There's an episode called Grass Wheel where it's a hamster wheel with AstroTurf on the
grass
inside
wheel.
of it. So a person can walk down the street, yet have a comfortable walk in the park the entire way, but not see a damn thing because they got this wheel in front of them because they're inside of an 8-foot tall wheel. Hated that prop because it kept breaking apart and cracking and it was so nice when we had to throw it down a cliff and break it. Oh. So then we took the parts and made shields out of it because it was slightly curved instead of just being completely flat, although it's really kind of hard to see it's curved. And we needed to make a bunch of shields and armor and stuff for an army. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Lindy and I cut up the grass wheel and made 10 of these shields, and then she painted them.
You only needed 10?
Wasn't it only 10?
I had like 20 soldiers.
Well, yeah, but I think only 10 had shields,
Yeah, 10
and
had
10 had
shields,
swords,
and
and 10 had archers.
Yeah,
and, yeah.
That's why I was like, hey, that doesn't seem. But yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yes.
Because I think we had to do 10 of all the hand prop stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some was rented to be higher quality close up, but the shields and thing were all just.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of problems that I'm so glad are over with, and we survived, and it was fun, and it was amazing, and I used every single type of chainmail from the real chainmail.
Yes, you did.
To the plastic chainmail.
Yep.
To the foam chainmail. To the crocheted chainmail.
Yep, spray painted crochet.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a classic. That's what like half the stuff in Holy Grail's wearing is spray painted crochet.
Yeah, Anthony, I think his is a spray painted crochet, but poor Olivia, hers was the real chainmail.
Right.
And she was in like football padding.
Right, to beef her up. Yep.
Yeah, and she was in the kiss boots.
She wasn't on you put her in kiss boots and just didn't put her in a box?
She was the front of the army.
Yeah, okay. So
she had to be tall as
tall.
Anthony, and I also had to. I did my very best. Okay, they told me make her as tall and big as she could, and she's smaller than me. Like, she's so tiny, and she needed to take up more space and presence. And anyways, it was a fun project, and I'm glad it's over.
Yeah,
we had lots of troopers, and you have a shield left over from that.
I think my phone was reminding me one of the Game of Thrones shoots is effectively coming up years ago. You know, the day and the month that we did it was coming up. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Yes, the anniversary of...
That's the word I need.
of its release or of us working...
Of the production.
Of the production.
Yeah.
So are you getting all the old photos from then?
Well, they're just on my phone. So on occasion, Google, it's like, hey, remember this? Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to look it up right now. But yeah, it was... Because that was a set that I enjoyed making. Because it was reusing some of the props and making... a set that had crap in the middle and crap in the foreground. Crap being flats and set pieces.
Dimensional sets.
Dimensional set. It wasn't, because Smosh pretty much always wanted a decorated box, and that's all they really wanted. And then they complain about it. So with this set, I put like a support pillar in the middle and a half wall they had to walk around, and there was a slight elevated area and a table, and then we put a window which had a harsh light coming in, so you had the sun beams coming in, and the inside was lit slightly differently. At least that was the plan. They may not have lit it that way because half the time they didn't. They just went, oh, we need more light. Flood it like Saturday Night Live. There we go. It's like, well, it was dynamic.
No, I get that. I completely feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm in the Game of Thrones episode.
I think you are.
Yeah, in a few different places in that one. Mm-hmm. I'm one of the harem ladies in the background with Camille and them.
I'm not.
You're not harem
I'm not one of the harem ladies in the back. I don't think I'm in the Game of Thrones episode at all. No, but which is fine. I'm in like 2 episodes or 3 episodes.
I'm all over the place. It's kind of fun going, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I was still super camera shy at Smosh, so I was not put on screen much.
I played Misty and I licked a Pokemon's eyeball. So I'm just I'm all over that thing. It's ridiculous and nobody knows and it's okay.
And now everybody's going to wonder, what does Pokemon Eyeball taste like?
Pinata.
Oh, okay.
It was,
So it was a pinata.
Yeah, it was the... Why am I, like, just completely blanking?
Metapod.
Metapod, that was it.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Metapod. It was it was... From all the hard candy, okay? The Pokemon rap video, they get into the hard candy.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember that? No.
I don't
you
remember the
probably
Pokemon
weren't on
rap.
that.
No, I don't think I was on that shoot. I was on the Smosh Brothers rap, but Super Smosh Brothers, but
Yeah,
not the
Pokemon one. Yeah. So. Real Monkey says, making shields is fun. Yes, it is.
It is.
Daniel Knight's made shields before. And Ace is like, the shield's what caught my eye. How did you hang the shield? Very rickety. There is like a wire piece.
I'm stealing that word, rickety.
Literally, baling wire. There's a loop of baling wire around the door handle on the back, and that's hanging over the bicycle hook that usually Soul Edge's
it's been jerry
note
rigged.
goes into. Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Instead of Jimmy rigged. Got the Marvel guy. He's here saying, how you doing, Odin Felicia? I'm doing
Hello,
good.
Marvel guy.
Raccoon Boy says, Odin, how excited about the new Ghostbusters movie?
Fairly.
Fairly.
Yeah, fairly excited about the new Ghostbusters movie. I'm excited they're back in New York. I'm excited that they got some of the classic look back. And I'm very interested in this, massively powerful ghost that's coming in from offshore. That's interesting.
Yeah. I was excited for it when the last movie ended, going, yes, it's a thing again.
Right.
We get more. So I'm all excited about it. Ghost Boy says, I cut the bottom of clothes hangers to hang mine on a nail. So
Yeah, same thing.
basically the same thing.
Basically the same
Yeah.
thing.
Raccoon Boy, sorry, I meant how excited are you about it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I think it's me reading it wrong. So
You're totally reading it. No.
I always read it wrong.
Always read it.
It's always my fault. I can butcher anyone's name. All right. What are you doing?
Thinking. It hurts.
Oh, don't break yourself.
I'm tempted to stick stickers on it, and then we start weathering it over the stickers.
Over the stickers? Yeah, that makes sense, but it's like not intuitive to me. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
ooh, I don't want to ruins it. But you have to ruins it. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. At least the Clippard stickers. Now, I know we need to put the ends on them, but I am tempted to hold off just gluing on more foam discs, because I can probably get a hold of knobs that look like the knobs for it, right? So I'm tempted to
To
do
go
that.
a little more realistic if you
Yeah,
can,
if I
especially
can.
if it's easier in the...
Right, in the short term.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's finally starting to, like, spill out.
Oh, is it finally starting to spill out?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't actually make it out yet, but I'm going to put the lid back on this. What's that?
That's Duvetine. This is a bent fletchings from the giant Hawkeye arrow.
Okay, because I'm like, I don't recognize those for parts of the Proton Pack. Even
It
though
wasn't. Even though this is the Proton Pack box, this is canvas that belongs to Cosplay Repair. It just never... I was just looking in here to see if what we had in here. Backpack plug. Happy New Year from 2 years ago. Okay. Yep. All right.
Should we glue these on?
Yeah. Is the glue dry?
Is the paint dry? I don't know.
Okay, fine. Is the paint dry?
It's dry enough.
Yeah, agreed. It's dry enough.
If it's a little not dry, it just mooshes the glue into the paint and makes a better adhesion, right? I'm just making shit.
Something like that. Just making shit up. Good. Glad I'm not
Because
doing that.
science.
Because science.
Because science. That was a great show.
Are you scoring it?
Heck yeah.
Because you learned your lesson?
Heck yeah. So Felicia, you are saying that I am scoring it. What do you mean by I'm scoring the foam before I glue it?
You're adding some tooth. You are giving something for the paint, or not paint, for the glue to get into, to hold.
Yep. I'm basically doing some really light scratches around where I'm going to be gluing the, can you see it? Probably not. Anyway, I'm doing some, doing some light scratches. Let's move the straw. Doing some light scratches around the center of the disc here, just ever so slightly cutting into the foam, because the glue will be able to grip a hold of those marks, and it won't just glue to the acrylic that's stuck on top of the creature cast. And then we can super glue the washer on top of it, and it'll actually kind of be metal, which is looking like what he did. So we're gonna just imitate the original artist, because that's
Dry
what you
enough,
do.
just smoosh it there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, that's what Ace said. Marble Eye Guy says, did I just see a clone of you? Were you wearing glasses?
Sure.
Okay, so if we just take the super glue and just place it on here, actually we need this
That
to
one
rough
hasn't been
this one up
scored
too.
yet.
It hasn't been
This side
scored
hasn't
yet.
been scored yet.
Hi, I'm Odin.
Hi, and I'm Felicia.
I'm not really Odin. For Who's it? Was asking?
Marble guy.
Oh, I'm Jerry. I'm Jerry Rig Props, one of Odin's friends, and I'm visiting for the weekend.
And he's cosplaying as Odin.
I'm cosplaying as Odin today, but I didn't commit fully to the skit because I didn't shave.
Well, Odin didn't fully commit because he did grow his out. You found it! I knew those pictures existed.
Hopefully that answers the question. All right, back to off-screen being the voice of God.
Okay. I notice you have notes on these. Okay. That is why these got pulled out. I remember.
Why did those get pulled out?
Your notes.
Notes!
Volume knob.
Oh, volume knob.
And then Ghostbusters library site
Oh.
in chat.
Drock in chat. Oh, yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Trigger effect. Rumble pack, fan enable, copy chat. Volume knob, which I'm pretty sure I did copy the knob. Copy chat. Volume knob. Well, okay. Don't glue those in yet. Bar lights. Yeah. Electronic notes! You take so long to get a project done, you forget that you wrote down notes.
All the stuff that had to redo. Yeah. We've done it once.
Yeah. 3/4 inch split loom. One of the things we really need to worry about getting right now, and it's either one way or another, it's this...
The cord.
The cord. Because we can get cord, and it's like
Or we can
$50
make
a length, right? But we can get some authentic looking cord that's a recreation from a guy who's on Facebook, and you guys know his name, and he's got a really cool product because it's spot on to the crossover SCSI cable of the mid '80s. I'm still really tempted to just glue together a bunch of Cat 5 cord.
Well, he used the tape, and it looked really impressive, and
Yeah.
it's still making it, so I'm not
Right.
opposed to it.
Okay,
I like the idea of making my own.
fair enough.
So that's not the end of the world if that's what we do.
Okay.
But it's kind of honestly, what do you feel like doing?
For $100? If I was to pay myself $25 an hour, could I make 2 of these in less than 4 hours? Probably. So, how's that?
Okay. I like your pricing.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There were, because we had went out, I specifically went out and got a bunch of socket screws because they had to be put onto something, and I'm not seeing it on his. Where did the socket screws go? Ah, good.
Is it either of those things?
No, it's just.
Oh, those things. Yeah, I remember you getting those, and we needed them for something. Jeez Louise, we
'Cause they
don't
belong.
make that much progress with that. It's like, wait, what did we do? Was it on the,
There's one here, and there's one here. Maybe. I need better pictures.
Yeah, you
I need to be prepared.
do. Is that...
Right, that was one of those I was looking at, because it looks like, yeah, it belongs there. I swear it went around here. I think one went around this, and that needed 5 on each
That
one.
one says danger right there.
Yeah, it does. But I thought there was big socket caps that went around this guy. And then, yeah, probably these. But we need to get 3/4 inch split loom and inch split loom, which I think I've got some, but just not readily available. Oh, I guess I need to score this one, don't I?
Yeah, that one needs to get scored.
Okay.
And
Did you,
this one needs to get...
Did you touch up the silver on the end, on the middle there? Because I held a washer over it, and that
you
little
could see.
black spot you can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, when you're working on a project, try to get it done before 2 years go by. But
Right. We
Right.
were like, oh, we can take our time, but then we...
have your source materials, have them together to where you know you can find them. Oftentimes, I'm doing it all digitally just on the computer, so I'll make a folder just for my source files, just for my reference images.
Yep, per project.
Per project.
Reference
and then
images.
like you do a binder and it's your build binder. I don't
Yeah.
print things out that much, but this is a great thing too. And then
I get
a project
distracted on my phone
box
screens.
is important, yeah, for keeping all of your pieces together, because
Project
yeah,
bins. Project bins really help.
it's been well over a year since I bought those socket screws, and I can't remember. I think I remember they went here, but I can't remember exactly where they're supposed to go. But it was definitely one of those. I can't put these on until we put Creature Cast on. Well, guess what?
We put the creature cast on, and that's what we were waiting on the whole
Yeah,
project
we start
for.
doing all sorts of stuff.
And I was like, wait, we're not being held up by that step. Wait, what are we actually supposed to be doing?
Right. It's been.
It's been a couple years. Jeez.
And then we had a major holiday, so I really didn't think about this at all.
Yeah.
So, are you up for December 10th for coming back and giving another shot at this?
Yeah.
Because that's 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today? Yeah, I'm down for December 10th.
And then if we follow that pattern, that means December 24th.
So it would be Christmas Eve.
Yeah, do you want to do Christmas Eve or do you
Nah.
want to? Nah? Okay,
I'm not. That's too much stuff on Christmas Eve.
that's fine.
We
So,
can either do it the week before or the week after, if that's fine with you.
That's fine, yeah. And we can do 2 in a row again. Just do it the week before, so it'll be the 10th and the 17th.
10th
I think.
and 17th.
Is that right? Yeah, it should be the 10th and the 17th. And then it'll be Christmas
Yeah.
Eve, and then New Year's Eve-ish. What are we looking at?
10th, 17th.
Yeah, then it's Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, SAC Anime. So it might be 3 weeks before,
So we do 2 back-to-back and then a 3-week break.
I think so. I think that's what's going to happen. So we'll do 2 back-to-back, and then, yeah, we'll take 3 weeks off and come on back. So just to let you guys know.
Yeah.
You could stream from SAC.
Tried.
I remember that.
It did not work out very
It wasn't
well.
great.
No,
And it was
wasn't.
through my channel, so I also didn't have everything.
And it was on your phone.
Yeah, that's the biggest
Computer,
problem.
not-
Was it? Oh no, it was on your laptop, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. And we
The-
were hotspotting off of your phone.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Which was spotty.
Which was spotty. The amount of people at the con, the amount of traffic on the cell towers, the complete lack of good Wi-Fi at the convention hall,
Oh, it's terrible.
especially downstairs. You know, what do vendors need Wi-Fi for? Oh, I don't know. Purchasing? Yeah, so it... yeah, I've tried to do like the Among Us games from even before the con starts, and it's a laggy nightmare. So I would love to, but...
Yeah. You guys can also check out my channel on Tuesdays. I've been doing live streams where I've been ripping apart a suit. This Tuesday is my last part of that series because we're going to be ripping apart the jacket and then we're done from there. After that, we'll see what I do. But
Okay, cool.
I've been doing Tuesdays
Cool.
around 3:30-ish. 3 o'clock.
It's okay. I started around 11:15-ish.
Check out the G-Man Vlogs post.
Because of you. Oh, the G-Man vlog says, because of you, I've gotten into prop making.
Oh,
That's awesome.
that's awesome.
What are you looking for?
The other one. Ah, there it is. Got some lovely 50
Scratchier.
grit, 50 grit sandpaper.
My head's not ready.
No, you're fine.
The fun part about camera lenses is it's a cone. So the closer you get to the camera, the closer you can get to the before you see it.
Back of my head.
No. No, yeah, no.
Well, from the expert, Dan Does Junk says, the convention center just needs to install wireless access points to spread their Wi-Fi coverage.
Yes, they do. But unfortunately, I think they farm their Wi-Fi access out to a bunch of pirates. Honestly, I think it is a crime that the majority of the vendors are expected to pay $300 for Wi-Fi access for the weekend. I think another good word for that is bullshit. Sure, you got to run a business, but...
Plus, they jacked up the cost of actually having that space.
yeah, the cost of actually having space keeps going up, and which, that's normal-ish, but I think it went up a lot.
Yeah.
One of the reasons it went up a lot is because the number of spaces went down.
Oh.
And I know SAC Anime, there are two primary sources of income for SAC Anime. Ticket sales, but vendors. I think vendors and the cost of vendor booths, is greater than the ticket sales. But the two of them need to go hand in hand, or else the vendors won't be there. They're trying an experiment where a portion of the con floor is being reserved for video games. It'll actually be open later, right? They'll actually have video games there. They'll have little tournaments, and they have vendors inside of that area that are specific for video games. But because they're taking a quarter of the floor away, or so, that means all the other vendors get smashed together, and they all have to go up because they're making up the difference. Because there's only like 6 or 7 vendors in this 25% instead of the 50 there used to be in there, right? Or however many as I haven't done it. Anyway, it's an idea. Effectively, I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're trying it. I'm glad they're trying to do new things. But it sounds like they're putting it in the wrong spot. If the vendor hall was that important to begin with, the video games needed to go somewhere else. But what do I know? I'm just the guy that does cosplay repair upstairs.
You get to hear all the drama.
I do get to hear all the drama. Yes.
I feel like everybody comes there and then lets us know their problems, and then they go away feeling much better. It's like therapy.
Hello.
Cosplay repair booth's like a bar.
Yes.
You go to the bartender and just tell them your problems.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You see things you've never seen.
You never want to see things.
Welcome to costuming.
I know, right?
Now, in all fairness, if it does work for them, great. I'm really glad they tried an experiment. I'm really glad they decided to stick with it for like two major years or whatever. It's like, we're going to do this, but it just didn't.
Yeah, I hear people are excited about it.
That's good.
So.
That's really good. Don't glue my finger.
Don't glue your finger. Don't glue your finger.
I'm going to die. I glued my finger.
Oh my gosh, I had to clean up super glue from all over my house. It got knocked over by a balloon.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was one of those things that I didn't realize it got knocked over at nighttime. Like, it was, somebody didn't put the lid back on correctly, so it got knocked over, and then it was like, why does it feel like I have super glue all over my hand? Why does it feel like... Anyways. Yeah.
So, there's this element to the story that I'm very curious about. I haven't run across too many malicious balloons, so I'm very curious about this. It got knocked over by a balloon thing. This is
You don't have a cat.
Oh, okay. So the cat did something to make the balloon move. All right.
Anyways, it was one of those things. It was nighttime in a series of unfortunate events of the cat not getting screwed on correctly, the cat not being screwed on correctly.
That's what I heard first time, too.
That's what I heard.
The cat was not screwed on correctly.
I hate it when my cat doesn't get screwed on correctly.
Yeah, don't leave the cat loose. Keep it screwed on correctly.
Yeah. So, but it was like, I know this. Why? Yeah, it was all over my hand, so I immediately went and used soap and water before it had a chance to dry, and it just flaked off as opposed to like destroying my skin, which was
good.
My table, however, now has a permanent spot on it. But.
Yeah, it's a permanent. Yeah.
One of my sons spilled it on the carpet, and I just had to cut it out of the carpet.
Yeah, at least it's on the surface of the carpet.
Yeah.
Anyways, super glue. You gotta be careful with it.
Don't stick it up your nose, kids.
Ooh!
Oh!
Don't say that. I just.
Oh!
Yes.
That was with my sons when they were younger. The rule number 1 was don't stick things in your nose.
Okay.
Yep. I'll tell you stories later.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Google Lens, for trying.
What were you trying to find?
I just tapped something wrong, and it's like, oh, you're looking at curtains. No, I was looking at the cord, but all right, the SCSI cord.
Yeah.
No, what I want to do is, so I'm on the pack. I want to look at the end of the Neutrona one, like this, and then there's a wire that comes out of here that I can see. But can I just stick a washer on it? I probably should just do it because I'm thinking about it, but...
Is 1 p.m. reserved for Jerry's story time? I can tell you all kinds of stories.
Sure!
Which one are you looking for?
The wand.
Oh, the wand, and this isn't the wand. Don't worry, we're only live.
Yeah, we're only live. This is a big part of building stuff, is
Research.
research. Here's a side view. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, this wand is like the...
Once again, I was thinking about, I need to go upstairs and pull the Proton Pack down. And then it's like, I got to blow the crap out of the...
You never did find those Alice packs, did you?
No, I didn't give myself a chance to go and look for them today either, because I was taking care of the computer. The shop computer hasn't been cleaned since dinosaurs roamed the earth. So we took it out back, and Jerry and I blew it out with an air compressor, and it looked like a volcano erupting. Wow. The amount of dust that came out of it.
I honestly believe it because I'm very sensitive to dust, and I walk into here and I like...
Yep.
And I'm just like crying by the time I leave. Like,
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just like I'm such a baby when it comes to dust. But...
Okay.
Big Bob props. When I was young, I super glued my eyes shut.
How the hell did you do that?
How did you not destroy your eyeballs?
Oh, man.
Oh,
wow.
no. Like,
Dan Does Junk. Did you just hate what you were seeing?
Pretty much.
I was going to say, Duo, which is technically a surgical glue, is what you use to put eyelashes on, and you can easily glue your eyelids shut that way. It's happened once or twice.
I use super glue to glue little like cuts and wounds closed.
Yeah. Duo is a surgical glue, but it's not super glue. It's not quite the same. But I feel like I can't talk crap because that's such a normal thing to use for eyelashes.
I need one more. I've got one. Okay. Well, I'm totally down with story time from Jerry. Is Jerry down for story time?
Yeah, I'll come while you're looking. I'll come tell some quick story time.
It's 1 p.m. Story time from
story
Jerry.
time for, and so this is the whole don't stick things in your nose. Well, the actual rule is don't stick things in holes, which is different. But this one is a nose story,
hole.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
My kids, I don't know if they're watching. If you're watching, guys, I'm sorry. Specifically, my younger son, because this is his story. He took a bean, a dry bean, a pinto bean, because we were making dinner, and shoved it up his nose when he was very young, probably 6. Ooh, be careless. And what do beans do when they get moist?
Oh dear.
They
expand.
Oh.
Right? So he sticks it up his nose. We didn't know. So his stepmom and I just see him walking around kind of with this dazed look on his face because it was just still growing. And he couldn't figure out how to get it out. He's 6. He's kind of panicking. And I started to panic because I don't know how to get this thing out of his nose because now it's swollen up enough that it won't come out the hole, right? And you can't teach a little kid to hold one nostril and blow. Even though we tried, it was still too big. We didn't want to use metal tools to try to dig it out. So my poor ex-wife had long fingernails, and she used her pinky fingernail to slowly carve and dig this bean out of my son's nose. Wow. Until it was enough material taken away that he could just blow it out normally. So, lesson learned, don't stick things in holes.
Okay.
Right?
You can
Especially
pick your
in
friends,
nose.
you can pick your nose, you cannot pick your friend's nose. Unless they have a bean in it. Then you use your pinky.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
scoop.
Exactly.
Kid's nose.
Actually, you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe your friends on the couch. Well, I guess you can if they're drunk. Anyway, that was story time. Probably anticlimactic.
Was it enough time for Odin to find the thing we were looking for? No.
No. Somebody says I should build a dowsing rod to help him find all of the missing things. Like,
Yeah, you need a dowsing rod to find the dowsing rod.
I would need a divining rod and some divine help to find stuff in here.
Pretty much.
Although Felicia seems to know where the tape lives, so
Yeah,
that's
that
good.
was
Things
great.
that I need, I seem to find very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
When you have
It's washers. I pulled 1 or 2 out immediately, when I needed 2. Now I need 4. I've got 3.
So normal people have a junk drawer, and
Yeah.
Odin has
A junk
many junk drawers. Well, you're talking about the SCSI cables, and so in my day job, I'm an IT manager. I've been doing it for 30 years, and I used to have a box of old SCSI, parallel, all those IDE cables.
Oh yeah, I have a backpack.
Before I got into props, I threw it away.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then after I get into props and I see things like this, I'm like, oh.
As soon as you throw it away, you find a reason to have
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
And then if you don't throw it away, then
As
your
soon as you buy
family
a new one, you find the one you were looking
you're a
for.
hoarder, you need an intervention. Like why do you have all these parts? Yeah.
This is garbage. Throw it away. You need a new one. Go buy a new one. I can't. They don't make it anymore.
Nope. Actually, you could probably find somewhere like eBay or something, but you're going to pay a premium for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell them, see, if I had my stuff, I could be putting it on eBay and getting a premium for this.
Yeah. Actually, I've done that too. It's a specific type of cord that's got like twisted crossover cables within the cord.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't common. And at this point, I'm sure the surplus has been bought up by Ghostbusters fans.
Well, actually, probably.
Just like the old, what was a Casio? Like the thing on the side was it a Sanyo or a Casio? It was a particular calculator. Was the gizmo?
I think it was the Casio.
And those are really hard to find, to the point that apparently someone has made authentic replica circuit boards that you can solder together with the components to make the proper gizmo, but it's a total reproduction. There's a vise there. It's sharp.
Yeah, I will just found it.
I'm sorry.
Whew.
There's just a random vice sitting there.
You know what? You're not doing your prop building right unless you're wounded.
Are you prop building?
No, but I'm watching prop building. I mean,
okay.
I'm prop building adjacent.
I didn't realize watching was that dangerous. I'm sorry.
It is. Yeah. Well, and here it is.
Yeah, here it is.
At least I didn't glue my eyes shut.
Big
Not
Bob
today.
Props was gluing Warhammer 40k orcs when he glued his eyes shut.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Those things are tiny.
Those are tiny. So there's definitely one of those things probably had
Why
it
are
in
you
his
sticking
fingers
one in your eye?
and touched itself. Yeah. I was kind of scared of such a thing. This is my old crash kit from Play.
Oh, wow.
I'm still digging here to try and find washers and things. I think I pulled all the big washers out of here years ago.
Yeah, I definitely have a few drawers for that, too. Ralph Moore says, when using an air compressor on a dusty PC or laptop, it is recommended to hold the fans when the PC is off and you spin the fan. It turns into a turbine generating electricity that can kill the PC.
Oops. It's fun! Anyway.
The more you know. It's running. It still works.
It's still working, so I lucked out
You didn't
more than
destroy
once. Yeah.
But now you know.
Now I know. That makes sense.
Oh, Dan Does Junk says, I've rubbed hot pepper paste into my eye before.
Oh, man.
I've gotten sprayed in the face with bear mace.
That's nasty.
Oh, right.
That stuff was awful. But I feel like after that, like, spicy stuff doesn't really bother me as much. I just choose not to be around it.
That's wise.
Yeah.
Is that just desensitizing yourself? Just spray yourself in the face?
No, in all reality, like, for like years, I go near something spicy. I just... But... Yeah.
Oh, there's something.
I don't know.
I'm just off in the background digging for washers still.
Yep, have not found him. And I'm not helping. I'm just being distracted.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them entertained.
That's okay. Got this one. I think this one's dry enough we can glue this one. This is the one that's been scratched.
Okay, so if you want to still do story times while you're doing stuff,
Yeah.
Felicia, what is a wild encounter you've had at a con?
I haven't gone to too many cons. I've only been to SAC Anime a few times.
What?
With you, like Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, like I
Oh
went
my
to the ones you've seen me at.
Yeah.
And one other con with Odin at Lodi Con.
Yep.
And I didn't even get to leave the booth any of those times. Because I've been
Are you
helping.
going to be here for the next con?
Yeah.
Oh, then you got to leave the booth and go walk around and check things out.
Yes.
Make time for that.
But
Okay.
I've had some interesting encounters at the cosplay repair. You know.
All right, tell me a story.
Uh,
Story time with Felicia.
I feel like I've shared all my good stories about the
Really?
cosplay repair, about like the helping the lady with this outfit, and she had to stay in the bathroom stall, and there was a lot of people I hand stitched into costumes, or they had broken swords, and you got to fix them with like the tongue depressors. We used a lot
Yes.
of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always awkward to be re-sewing somebody into their costume while they're wearing it.
So one of the things that we ran into at SAC that Felicia was referring to, especially with 3D printed swords. When 3D printed swords, if you don't put any kind of structure on the inside, it's just a hollow pieces that are glued together.
Because hollow's cheaper to print.
Exactly.
Faster. Yep.
But with that extra tip weight, you have breaking points. And so what we did to fix those, at least temporarily enough to let them run around the con for the rest of the day, is you just take the popsicle sticks, tongue depressors, and you put them inside and glue them and create a rigid spine, if you will, to keep them in there.
Yeah.
Some people's builds, though, were almost unsalvageable because they would break across the face of the print instead of at the joins, and those were much, much harder to fix.
I feel like 3D printed props are very brittle.
Feels like they are.
Yeah, they are. You know, there's the what's the PLA that's rubberized? That's kind of squishy?
The TPU?
Yeah, the TPU. It seems to me like if you want to build, especially like a sword prop that would be stronger, that you could use that because it's a little bit more forgiving. So when you drop a PLA piece, it's going to shatter.
Yeah.
And this stuff is more rubberized.
So
and it
give-
would flex more instead of breaking.
Yeah.
But I've never seen anyone build
A full prop.
a full prop with that. Like the base of like furry heads, right? So it's lightweight and it's flexible enough that you're not, you know, if something gets knocked into you, you're not going to get a cut or a bruise from the hard rigid plastic.
Yeah.
But I think more props should be made out of that. Or
Is it cheap?
make a foam sword.
No, I know.
Yeah.
The resin prints, I think I like those ones. They don't feel as brittle.
They're heavier, but they are much stronger. Like just structurally, they're much stronger.
They have a different feel to them, but I feel like a lot of the 3D printed props, they seem so brittle that they need an exoskeleton, you know?
Yeah.
Or something.
Well, something that happens in Odin's booth a lot of the times, right? So if we're not fixing something, then we're kind of running the booth and allowing the people to come in and feel the props, wear the props, check things out. And the little kids really like to clash these things together. You have to tell them they're not toys. And something that Odin builds into almost all of his swords now is the graphite rod in the center goes all the way to the tip, so you can set it on the ground.
Yeah.
Right? So that otherwise you're going to bend those tips all up. Mm-hmm. And that just seems to me the more structurally sound way. Just go with foam. But could you do that with a 3D print?
Yeah, you just put a structural thing on the center.
Could you, since it's hollow, once you've put it together, could you just glue in a graphite rod?
Could you gaps and cracks it and just fill it up with foam?
Oh. That's actually a good idea. Or expanding foam.
That's what gaps and
Yeah.
cracks.
Oh.
It's an expanding foam that
Yeah.
you use in the wall. I don't know. It's just fill it up with foam so that it's like now it's the exoskeleton and it has interior support.
And it's lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to have to try that.
I don't know. I haven't played a lot. I've only fixed people's mistakes. I've never actually printed my own thing.
Actually,
so.
that's not a bad idea to get one of those little bottles of that and throw that into the repair kit and try that at a con. Say, hey, you mind if we fill your sword up with spray foam?
I've seen some 3D prints where there's actually a tuber channel printed in it, so you can put a rod through it.
See, that I think makes more sense.
Yeah.
If you build that into the structure of your 3D print.
That was a laser printer, or laser cutting device.
Was is an operable word here.
It was the blue one, the pretty one.
It was the blue. It was the blue pretty one. Yeah.
The one with the
Well.
purple. Oh, I hope it's okay.
All I heard was, I'm done with this life, and...
Yeah, I'm not excited about that. I think this one's still, but yeah, I'm not.
Well,
I'm
when
not
we're
excited
done,
about
we'll
that.
go pick it up and,
Yeah,
and
I'm sorry.
deal with it.
Fox Armor. Odin looks and sounds a bit different today. New haircut?
Twinsies. Bizarro Odin. You are not wrong.
Yeah. Shop Gremlin says, I choose PETG instead of PLA because of the rigidity. If it needs to take a shock abuse, I use TPU.
See, I think
Yep.
the TPU would be,
Yeah.
would be interesting
You
to...
can easily... Because how do you have a sword and not expect to hit somebody with it?
Right.
Right.
Like, I'm just
the TPU
saying.
might wiggle too much. The PETG or whatever is a much stronger and it bonds better, I believe, when it prints. So yeah.
Well, and the thing that gets me is you see these people with swords that are like katanas, right? That's what you expect to see 3D printed. But then there are other people come in with these massive, like, guts berserk sword. Or
Right.
Like,
That's 3D
that's
printed.
3D printed with no structure in it at all.
No, we
Because
want
they
to keep it
don't know to.
lightweight, right? They don't know to. They want to keep it lightweight or
Yeah.
try to. Yeah.
And then they say, how come it's not staying together? It's like, well,
It's because you're running around and you're whacking things with it. It's...
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like the one you talked about, where just 3D printed swords. They were vase prints. There's nothing inside at all. They were
Yeah.
hollow. First time struck a pose for a camera, the blade just went flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snapped right,
Didn't even-
right at the handle.
Didn't even hit anything.
Was
Yeah.
that the elves? No.
Yeah, basically, I think so.
Okay.
I remember the cosplayer. I don't remember the costume. So
Okay.
or the cosplay. So
Okay. Yeah. Advixen at Fox Armor. It's the beard. Mirror universe and all.
oh yeah, that's
Yes.
it. Hello, evil Odin.
Bizarro Odin. Oh no. Shop Gremlin got a Timu ad. Ace says, I felt the pain when the laser fell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not excited by that.
No.
We'll go look at it so people get a
Yeah.
report immediately. That's the one that we were working on the Emmy Award, and that's the one that the board on top of the laser itself burnt out. But the fact that the entire frame just fell off the top of the filing cabinet doesn't excite me at all. So I think that it might be in some serious need of help, and maybe even now parts.
Yeah. Oh, talking about the expanding foam, Shop Gremlin says the expanding foam will need somewhere for the pressure to escape from, so.
That is true. Yeah.
You just have a hole at the end of your sword for it, and then you cut it off.
Yeah, otherwise your sword could
Pop.
gain weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Especially if it's brittle.
just don't be afraid to use more infill. It's worth it.
I just feel like it's brittle. Still. But I don't know. That's just from my outside, like, just seeing
Yeah.
the... What was it where the fallacy where they were talking about the airplanes, and they noticed that the airplanes that were making it back had the damage were in these certain areas, so they kept reinforcing those areas.
Right.
And then they're like, no, those are
No.
the ones that survived, reinforce the other areas.
Other areas, because those areas are okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
so-
World War II. Yeah, the bombers would come back with portions of the tail shot off, portions of the wing shot off. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that's the same thing. I'm only seeing the broken
Right. I want to see the broken stuff that survived.
that
Yeah.
survived. I'm not seeing if it didn't
Catastrophic
break,
failure.
it didn't make it to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Or if it's completely gone, it didn't make it to me. So, yeah. How is it?
Is it square? Can you tell? How's the pump?
It's not bent.
Well, that's good.
I think it landed flat.
Well, it kind of bounced on the way down, like Thanos helped. I wonder if Thanos is going to chip.
Yeah, there's a chip in the Thanos helmet.
Oh, okay.
He has some
Sorry,
battle
Cheese.
damage.
He's got battle damage.
Ace says, infill is a solid must when printing more fragile props. 100%.
Yeah.
No,
the small cost of more filament is worth it because you're just not going to have all the other issues later that'll cost more time and effort to try and fix. Jerry's still really trying, which is awesome. That thing was a workhorse. That's the Sculpt Fun is the laser that fell. That thing was a workhorse.
Yeah.
It was great, and I
burned
really
some things with that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I've been very happy with the Atom Stack. But at this point, I've got an X tool, and I've just been using that. But what I've been reading that was interesting, I still have interest in using the marking spray to do the laser marking on the metal, like we're trying to do with the Catra belt. The diode lasers are better at it than the CO2 laser, which is interesting to me. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Still want to figure out how to do that because it's like, that was too cool, but yeah.
So the whole digging for like minutes trying to find a washer, that's not unusual. Thank you. I was going to say not normal. Unusual. Yeah, that becomes a big part of, I got a shop. Well, there's a reason why Adam Savage has gone through and meticulously done to a shop what he has. Because, listening to his autobiography, my shop isn't too different from what his was. Actually, mine's better because he pretty much was the piles system, which I have done. But I've moved on slightly from that. The hoarding the materials, because this could be really cool. The problem with that isn't just having the hoards, it's making sure you know where your stuff is so you can retrieve it. So even if I went so far as to just have a bucket and I threw all the washers in a bucket, at least all my washers would be in a bucket, right? Minimize where I have to dig.
Yeah, and that's why I like clear bins.
Yeah.
As much as I can work out of clear bins, I use those because it means less digging. And if I dig, it doesn't necessarily make it back into the bin.
Yeah, there's that.
All of my making is done in my apartment in a very small space, so
you are
organization
forced.
is very key. So yes, I have all of the clear bins. Everything's labeled what it is, and then when I get a new thing, new googly eyes or something, go buy a new bin.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it gets lost.
I completely redecorate on each project because I clean up and then I reorganize everything and then I get set up for the next project. And
Okay.
I don't organize, I redecorate.
That works.
Yeah.
You're just hiding the organization from yourself with something you want to do.
Yeah. No, my house is
need to move?
constantly changing.
No, I like it. It's good.
You're
Okay.
like, my elbow's gonna get really tough.
My dad made that vise. Well, the vise stand. So I'm sure, that means nothing. There you go.
Ace says, Enduramark. It cost a buttload, but it's supposed to be awesome for marking on metal. Just FYI for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. I think I got the small bottle for $20. It's not here, but I think I've got Enduramark, and that's what I wanted to play with. That was the first thing I was gonna try. Thank you.
Forgot about that Catra belt.
Yep. It's worthy
Yeah.
of being forgotten about. We'll do the thing. Why isn't it working? I don't know. Let's try it again.
Yeah, that's one of those things that it's like we spent hours trying to figure out. It was just such a small thing, and it ended up just being a cutout sticker.
Yeah. Was it a cutout sticker?
A
We cut out vinyl and then spray paint it and peel the vinyl off. No, that failed too, right? We ended up just doing a sticker. Yeah.
We ended up just doing a sticker.
Yeah, because even the vinyl peeled the paint off.
Yeah, it was one of those things that was supposed to be a quick, and then it wasn't, and then
Right.
it wasn't, and then it wasn't.
Yep.
And what we were trying to avoid to be the easy way ended up being the way we ended up doing it because we couldn't get it to work any of the other way.
Yeah.
Hi, Stephen Hall. Hi,
Hello,
Odin and
Stephen Hall.
Felicia. Yeah.
So you're not the only one that can murder names. At least the spelling.
Yeah. I've seen that spelling before.
I bet.
Crooked. Like, horribly crooked.
I get it. Don't worry, everyone's watching you.
Yes.
The whole internet is watching and judging.
As they should.
So is the peanut gallery.
So am
Hey,
I.
Odin, you're doing it wrong.
Welcome to Jerry Makes.
Mine would be Jerry Makes Mistakes.
Oh, I make mistakes all the time. You kidding me?
There's your April Fool's one. I'll just come on and do your show.
Oh, there you go.
At least we're going to scratch it all up, so it will give it a little...
Yeah.
It's called character.
Yes.
Tell myself that all the time. It's called character. We're going to be distressing this.
Distressing this anyway. I just keep forcing myself to use it. It's like, if I just
Started
put on
with
a new piece.
you wouldn't be dealing with this anymore.
Yeah, basically. Some of
Yeah.
the wrinkles, yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
But I hung the tape up. It's like starting over again. Oh dear. What happened there? I see color.
Shady Fox with the $1.99 super chat, just laughing.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Shady.
Trevor Thomas Talks says, "Hi Odin and Felicia, I love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving cosplays and props. What are some props and cosplays you would like to tackle in the future?" Ooh, there's a whole list of them.
There's a lot of them, yeah.
Well, you'd mentioned the Power Rangers, and I completely forgot about that one, but I do have the...
You do have what you need for the pink Power Ranger suit.
Yeah, I bought a thermal underwears. They're the more modern kind, so they're not that waffle.
Not that waffle pattern one?
It's not the waffle pattern. They're the micro fleece. So they're fuzzy on the inside, but the outside's like the spandexy material.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, right?
Plus, they're always cold, so perfect.
Exactly. It's long sleeve. And what's really nice about those micro whatever flannels is that you can get a tight-fitting cosplay that's not going to show lumps and bumps. There's the spandex that show like every lump and dump.
Lump and dump. Yes.
Everywhere.
Don't have a dump in your spandex costume. Star Trek: The Next Generation. Yeah, they wanted to do the spandex like unitard suits, and they quickly learned in test footage we needed an undersuit to hide all the. So, first couple seasons of Star Trek, they're wearing 2 spandex suits in order to
Things you don't really think about, but the different types of spandex fabrics really do affect the fit, the mobility, and all of that stuff. So those...
wow, I just can't put this on straight at all.
I'll do it. I have patience at the moment.
I keep putting it on and it's sort of coming around and okay, I see partly what my problem is. All right. But you can still do it. I'm trying to follow the thing, assuming this is straight, but it's curved immediately. So as I follow this, it's curved, and now it's going over. And that's what I keep ruining it on.
Okay. I see. It's pushed up ever so much. So I guess you could go up, and then you just kind of cut it off with a blade.
You can try, yeah. Did you still want to do it, or?
I don't mind. It seems like you have an idea. So.
Well, I had a realization of what I was doing wrong. But,
of what was going on.
Yeah. Because, assuming that it's put on completely straight, because that's just what my mind does. No, you built it, Odin. It's not straight.
Never.
Never.
Yeah. So are there any cosplays that you've been thinking about doing?
Well, barf. So what have I actually been thinking about wanting to do? I've had some ideas, and some of the ideas I want to keep secret. I don't want to. I got to the point
because you don't want to commit yourself pre.
Pretty much, yeah. Or it's 2 years of making Proton Packs. It's like, well, where's the thing? It's like, I didn't start it yet. I swear there was something we just talked about not long ago that was like, oh yeah, we should do that. There's also things where I don't want to say, like, there's something that's come up recently that I was inspired to do, but it's not that. I've got a bad habit that comes over from working in TV, where you have an idea for a show, you don't share that idea because someone else will make the show, and then that's bad. Now you're copying somebody else. That isn't an issue with cosplay, but that feeling from me about don't share this idea that's like, ooh, that's an obscure character. That would be fun. Who cares if somebody else cosplays as it? Because you know for sure someone else has done it before you. I still just don't want to talk about it.
Oh, keep it all private. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, so trying to think what I've got.
You want me to do Captain Cosmic? Like we talked about.
Oh, Captain Cosmic would be cool. Yeah, no, there was it's a Bay Area specific television show called Captain Cosmic in the 70s and the early 80s that oh, that was what I was going to wear today. I was like, what shirt was I going to wear today? I was like, I wore my Captain Cosmic shirt today. Bob Wilkins, who used to do creature features as well on Saturday nights, during at 4:30 in the afternoon every weekday for like 4 years, did this character called Captain Cosmic, which was a motorcycle helmet with a visor with some red stripes on it, and with a silver lame cape, and and he would do science fiction shows, and specifically a lot of Japanese live action science fiction stuff. It was like this untapped resource at the time, because this is 78, right? Post Star Wars. What can we get that's anything science fiction? This theme song, I think, was a Star Wars.
It was music. The Star Wars theme.
Yeah. Jerry found it on YouTube. We watched it 2 nights ago.
Oh, nice.
What's really cool is, to me, so I watched this as a kid, saw Ultraman for the first time on this show, saw a lot of Godzilla movies on this show. Yeah, Spectre-Man, a lot of other things I just had never seen before. He had his faithful robot sidekick, 2T2, and didn't realize this, but 2T2 was a high school project.
Yes.
From McClatchy High School?
Yeah.
Here in Sacramento.
Shop project, yeah.
High school shop project. It was a total welding. It was a somewhat remote controlled. It was basically a scaled up. It was the old wind up walking toys that had the feet with the 2 sticks that came out the side. So it would do this kind of a chicken walk thing in order to keep itself balanced. That's exactly what the robot did, but it was scaled up, right?
That's
with,
awesome.
Like bicycle chain and gears inside, and had little arms that came out. So it was totally a box with a box on top, right? The robot still exists, and it's in a comic shop. Where?
In Santa Cruz, Atlantis Fantasy World.
So Atlantis Fantasy World in Santa Cruz still has this robot prop from Captain Cosmic television show that was a shop project from a Sacramento high school, which I think is really cool.
That's adorable.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got the Captain Cosmic T-shirt, and then when Jerry and I went down to WonderCon 2 years ago, came across 10 Ton Press. It's a publisher that has a lot of the characters that Bob Wilkins was creating for Channel 2, and anyway, he had one of the creature feature T-shirts. So the green face guy with glasses and a cigar, it was just a green silhouette. Yeah, that's Bob Wilkins. That's same TV host. He was kind of like an Elvira in a way, but not nearly as sexy. At least not to me. But he had a yellow rocking chair. He'd always wear a nice suit. And then literally reading about it, would go out and get the cheapest, biggest cigar he could find. He'd just puff on the cigar. And he'd come out and just trash talk these, royalty-free, low-end, Z-grade is what he called them. They weren't even B-grade. Monster movies on his show as the host while they're watching creature features at 11 p.m. on Saturday night. And again, just reading about this on the website, but apparently some of his earlier shows, the movie would come on, and he would come up and say, "Hello, and welcome to the show. And tonight we're going to watch the Bean Men from Planet X. Honestly, Channel 10 is showing this. You probably should go watch that." And I guess the advertisers were pissed at first, and then the ratings skyrocketed because he was just being honest and sarcastic, and yeah.
Right?
Right?
And plus, people will be obstinate because you told me to go watch that. I'm going to watch this.
I'm going to watch this. How bad can this really be?
Tells me.
Yes. So you do that. for a cosplay?
The Captain Cosmic might be a fun one. Although I would be a very overweight Captain Cosmic, because Bob Wilkins is a very skinny dude. But yeah, it's the red and silver glittery, 70s. It looks like Mork and Mindy. Mork from Works. His original suit, very similar, just very different. With the white bubble motorcycle helmet. Yeah, it was
black tights with a white lightning stripe down the side.
Yep.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, so if you want to see Odin in tights.
Yeah. So that looked like fun, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's always another costume I can do.
There's always another costume.
I feel like I still have so many things in my closet I still need to wear. Yeah, getting ready for Halloween. I was like, I have a lot of options.
Right. I haven't dressed up. Well, I have, but I haven't dressed up
But
Halloween
the
for a
list
few
changes too as new things come out. You're like, oh, that's a cool new character. I want to cosplay that. Like all the Star Wars fans are suddenly, when Ahsoka comes out, like, oh, Baylan Skull, the different robots and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I love post-Halloween, seeing all the costumes all done. Seeing the photos, the after photos. That's like my favorite.
It's cool.
It gets me all excited about next year. Right.
Hardest thing is committing to a cosplay, and you're 90% through it, and you see, I want to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Adaptable gamer.
Oh, hello, adaptable gamers.
Say, nice, Dan. Can't wait to see your second little bit. Anyways.
All good. Always nice to hear from friends in the chat. So.
Yeah.
Hello, Mariah. Hello, Aaron.
Trevor Thomas talks, and Felicia loved your Harley Quinn costume on Halloween. Thank you. Box Armorer. Hey, Odin. I finally got an Etsy. I also sent you a DM Instagram. Also, yes, no dump in spandex. 4 out of 7 doctors agree.
Dance belt.
I believe it's foam armor, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah, okay. You saw like saying Fox. Okay, good.
It's so much fun to read it that way. In my
All right,
head,
that's
the way
fine,
I
that's
read it.
fine.
I'm going to butcher your name. I'm sorry.
Just to do it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Foxen sounds cool to me,
wrong.
even though it's faux armor.
I didn't even question that. You read that, but okay.
No.
Say anything with enough confidence, people will believe you. Doesn't mean it's true, but you said it confidently.
You did it confidently. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually met him at New York Comic Con, and at SAC Anime, and it's faux, F-A-U-X.
Yeah.
Faux
With
With an M. Foam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faux armor. Yeah.
Clever.
Totally clever. I like it.
Foxum.
Forever now known as Foxum.
Sorry. I should call people by their preferred names. But I read your name, so I knew it from reading.
Oh yeah, where did the bags go? We can put the washers back on and put these back in. So those are... I'm going to walk off screen again.
Nope, that's the green thing. Is it the other box?
It might be the other box. Yeah.
That's over there on the mountain? Or is that a different one?
Well, this is the other project box.
Okay, sorry, that's a different project box over there.
Yeah, here we go.
Ad Vixen, y'all should make a Zordon space onesie from the original 90s movie, and this is how Odin naps.
A what onesie?
A Zordon space onesie.
Zordon's the Power Rangers.
That's what I thought.
Dude.
The Power Rangers. Okay.
The giant floating head in the tank.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking it was Power Rangers. Power Rangers didn't catch my attention. I just missed it. It was just...
I would get grounded from watching Power Rangers, and it really, affected me. I'd be upset if I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers, but all the other kids got to. No, you're grounded. You can't watch.
I didn't watch it until
Right.
my sons were old enough and got into it. And now there's Kamen Rider. Well, Ultraman, though. I was super into Ultraman. Still am.
Yeah.
Right. Did Captain Cosmic ever do Kamen Rider? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. No, he did Spectre Man. He did Ultraman.
Okay.
And then he also did G-Force and Star Blazers and those kinds of things, too.
Okay.
Dan Just Junk says, I'm supposed to be working on a beam scythe, and I'm working on a second Lego fig.
Yep. Right there.
Yep. I'm totally jumping around on comments.
That's fine. I'm super excited about laser cutting a giant Lego fig. that is something I have interest in doing. Always have. And I need to
I saw
actually
them at
do
the
that.
store, and they're like, the scale's not the same.
No, they're a little bigger, I think, at the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're to scale, or if they're just...
Don't know.
like if Lego has their own official giant Lego scale.
Given how exact they are in the normal production scale, I would not be surprised if they actually had a specific...
At the same time, does the promotionals group have talks with the people who are actually designing the stuff?
Lego has a very hard control over everything.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Promo-wise, so they probably have all kinds of rules and regulations.
Then next time we'll get a measuring tape out.
Yeah, basically.
See what their scale is.
I'm sure just from a production standpoint, all the big figs that are the promotional ones like a Target and the Lego store, they are all the same scale just because molds. It's easier to just make them consistent than...
But are they within scale of blocks?
See, that we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I could see it happening. And if it wasn't, it would make me sad. Oh.
Sad face.
By the way, Felicia, you accidentally mispronounced my last name. It's Thomason. Oh, Trevor Thomason talks. Sorry, I can mispronounce anyone's name. Sorry. Ted Gaynor has a Waves ad. Advixen in that 90s movie, Ivan Ooze's messed up Zordon so bad his tank broke and revealed what was inside. Spaceman in a onesie on a bed of crystals like Krypton. Okay.
Okay. I was trying to follow that, and then...
In that 90s movie, Ivan Ooze's...
Power Ranger. Ivan Ooze is a villain.
Messed up Zordon so bad his tank broke and revealed what was inside. Spaceman in a onesie on a bed of crystals like Krypton.
Okay.
Like kryptonite, actually.
That makes sense.
Because when you think of crystals, kryptonite...
Yeah, but they wrote Krypton.
But they were Krypton.
They wrote Krypton.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just extrapolated.
Thank you.
I'm just putting the...
All the little washers back on. It's
Yeah.
all stuff we have to do. We have to distress it.
Right. There's a... There it is.
Yeah.
Is that the right size? No, that's... I don't think that's the right size.
This is the tube that we
It's
got
the right
to
size.
use on this thing. You remember that?
Oh, okay. Is that the tube we grabbed? Well, I'm not afraid to go out and buy...
A new one?
Buy new tubes.
But that's probably where this came from, was
Okay.
from this. Yeah.
Yeah, so long ago for some of this stuff.
This has been a project and a half. And we
It
still
has.
have bells and whistles, and that's what we've been holding off on. We creature casted it.
Right.
So...
Well, I was, admittedly, I had panic. Is that a right word? Reservations is a better word. Super concerned about doing this creature cast thing because of just the amount of failures I've had with spray guns. So I'm glad it worked as easily as it did.
All right.
So
next week, do you want to try putting all the stickers on? Because we have to put the stickers on before we distress, even though
Yeah.
I want to wait till after.
yeah, we can put stickers on the 10th. Yeah, let's do that.
We'll sticker this thing up,
Yeah, we'll sticker the thing up.
and then we can start on we can find some rub and buff and distress, some silver stuff.
Okay.
But I think we should get the stickers on next week.
Okay.
And then after that, we can start trying to put on all these things that we have listed here.
Sure. Once we actually have a chance to get a paycheck and order some electronics and start putting other things on. Yeah, that'd be great. Because, yeah, at this point, if we build a brand new looking pack, then distress it, basically, right? Wouldn't that be kind of the right way to go about doing it, sort of? I could see distressing it as pieces still, like distressing the...
Yeah.
The roll bars separate of the cyclotron and maybe not having all the loom stuck in yet, but yeah.
I'm okay putting it together than distressing it, but...
Okay.
And also, I think you're right, we have to put the stickers on first. It does make sense, but part of me is just like, oh wait, I don't want to get the sticker messed up because I spent money on it.
Right. Well, realistically, we spent money on all of it, but yeah.
But yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
totally. I understand, and I agree. And then there's issues with, I'd like to just do the clipper. I keep calling it a clapper, whichever it is, the valve.
Clapper.
But one of them says this should be the volume knob. And well, if that's the case, then this can't be glued on yet. So we got to put the potentiometer in here, potentiometer or whatever, in order to make that actually work.
So
yeah.
Yeah, we should stickers.
It's one of those things that I don't normally put a lot of electronics into my projects, partly because I'm really bad at soldering. But it adds so much. It can add so much more time to the project to get the electronics put in correctly. That in the past I gave myself so little time to get something done. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. No, when you only have a week turnaround, there's just not enough time.
Yeah.
For paint to dry and
to figure out electronics.
Yeah, get a flashlight. That's what you get.
Yep, you get a flashlight. It lit up. Be happy.
Yeah, there's a light effect. It's a flashlight. That's what you get. Shady Fox, look at the Discord live chat. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I want to see what's going on.
Somebody probably possibly shared something.
It's the picture of Zordon.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, from Shady, probably.
He looks well, you'll see.
I would, but the internet's being slow on my phone.
Oh, okay. What's great is we can always do a close-up. He's a baked potato.
I was thinking something completely different.
Yeah. Camera 2.
Yes.
It does look like a baked potato.
It's a baked potato on Superman's bed. Okay. So that's his head up here, right? And he's wrapped up in whatever this... You guys are calling it a onesie. He looks like he's in a gunny sack.
It's like a scrotum to me.
Well, okay, fine. It looks like a...
Looks like those little sacks they put the babies in.
So then there's your cosplay. You can build the bed to be on wheels and remote control it. And you can just drive around the con with
You don't know how appealing a cosplay bed is. That's
I was the puppet from that movie Saw because it had a tricycle. Not because I ever saw the movie, but because I wanted to go to the party with a tricycle. And it was so much fun. And I fit the teeny tiny suit, so... Yeah.
Right. You fit the teeny tiny suit.
Yeah, but I would go... My cosplays are based on comfort and going...
Good for you.
So just for reference, because everybody's seen me stand next to Felicia already. She's tiny. She's on a
little box.
Probably a good 8-inch box. I'm 6'4", and I'm still taller than her on the box.
And I have heels on.
And she's got heels on. So Felicia's little.
Yes, there's nothing wrong.
No, nothing wrong with it.
Putting on the box, we have learned from lots of video experience that if you have two people in the shot, eye lines work so much better when they're matching. And really, that's the reason for the box.
In all reality, is I get annoyed being this short at this table because it's just not productive with my elbows, and I get annoyed and I go out of my way and I'm like, I need a box. I need an Apple box.
Okay, well.
Yeah, and this one's stuck because it's the odd one that nobody wants, and so it's not standard like all the other Apple box sizes.
Correct. Yeah. Once again, thank you, Neil, my friend Neil, who not only gave us the computer we just blew all the dust out of, but yeah, he had this oddball. It's longer than a normal Apple box. It's thicker than a half box, but not as thick as a full box. All dimensions are wrong.
It's not standardized at all.
Not at all. No, it's a homemade. This is a good enough box.
So.
And you know what? It is. It's totally good enough.
It's the perfect height for me because I'm not banging my elbows.
That's good.
Yeah. That is one thing I would always complain about working at your shop is that I'm too short for your table because I'm not a giant.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I got a box.
So I'm excited about having the packs light up and do. I think that's cool. I'm excited about that actually working. And I'm glad that Shock Gremlin is willing, so long as we come along and say what it is we want it to do, is willing to put in the effort to solder stuff together and
Help
make this
us
work.
figure it out. I quite enjoy soldering. I've never done it
good.
before.
You can.
And yeah, no, it's like a new skill that I'm like, ooh, I like this. And then the thing.
I've gotten it to work. I've done it a few times. I've like I said, rewired a Nintendo cartridge, but
I did that clock that we did.
I fixed an Atari motherboard.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But I want to do under cabinet lighting now. LED strips everywhere. My whole house needs to light up based on sound.
Motion sensor into the room and it just turns on.
The light ripples behind you based on.
There you go.
It needs to feel magical.
Cool.
Like I move and then the things just light up.
Okay.
Hey Siri, turn on this, or hey Alexa, do that.
You take the motion capture or motion sensor for like a PS4 or whatever, and turn that into just attach that to your lighting, and so when you do this, you hear this bling, like magical noise.
I'm not sure I want the noise, but I know you can get like the rims of your TV to match whatever's like going on, so the colors match and they glow.
Right.
So I don't know. I want to play. I want to play more, and knowing how to solder would make it easier.
Yeah.
Because lighting is amazing and likes everything magical.
Trevor Thomaston talks to soldering is a pain. It can be. It depends on what you're soldering, though. I mean, if you're going for small electronics, absolutely. But if you're going to do something a little bit bigger...
Yeah. I didn't hate the small electronics. I feel like it's a lot... It reminds me of needlepoint work. You just...
Yeah.
Delicate things. And I can see where they would get the little old ladies to do.
So steadier hands, tinier hands.
Oh, I do not have a steady hand at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I got, Odin and I have big meaty hands, and so soldering tends to be a little bit problematic.
Pretty much. But I've also found out that as Felicia keeps grabbing the Ryobi there, the tools actually make a difference with soldering. It literally does. It's not just, oh, it's the tool's fault. It's not the skill. No, if you got a crap Radio Shack soldering iron.
It's like learning how to play the guitar on a Walmart guitar. It's just, you're not going to do it because it's never going to sound good.
Yeah.
But you pick up a guitar that just sings when you touch it, you're gonna, no matter what you play on it, it's going to be music. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, the right tool for the job makes it significantly easier. Think about those sewing machines.
Yep.
Back here.
Yep.
Like, this one's not bad. Like, I made a project on it. Will I do it again? No. Will I give this to someone else? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you learn how to make a box or like a bag or a pillowcase or a pair of pajama pants on that? Hell yeah, you can.
Right. That's actually a project I want to do. That's not even a cosplay project.
Pajama pants?
Almost. I've bought some tarp and I've got a new moving blanket. What I want to do is make specifically a shipping case for Mechagodzilla parts and for Soul Edge. I want to make this giant zip-up bag that's a tarp on the outside so it's waterproof, or close, and then has a moving blanket on the inside for Soul Edge to keep the details good. Godzilla, whatever. And it has this giant tent zipper on it with some backpack strapping around it. So instead of just wrapping it up in a moving blanket or trash bags is how I move Godzilla, and then wrapping it with cellophane and throwing it in the back of the truck, I can just zip it up, and it has loops so I can actually just attach it with bungee cords or whatever, so it's actually attached. And I would like to do that, and I need to do that because I move those things around a lot.
Those aren't fun sewing projects. They're like work sewing projects.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, but I get it. I completely get it. I just did a work sewing project where I made a tablecloth, finished all the edges. I was like, ugh, this is just boring. It's a straight line and then another straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the end, it was like, oh yay, a rectangle. But I know what I did.
We need to get sewing cloths, tablecloths for Thankfully, we got a rug this time. We now have a instead of a drop cloth, actually have like a decent weighted, area rug we can set down underneath Cosplay Repair. So we're not cutting super glue out of the carpet. We're not cutting hot glue out of the carpet.
Why
So
did
we're
you
putting
look
a
at
tarp
me when
down.
you said that?
Because it was your story, not because it happened necessarily from you, from Cosplay Repair, but it was your story with the kids cutting super glue out of it.
well, okay.
That's all. And
But I
getting-
did do it at the con.
No, you didn't. Not that I remember. Paint. I mean, I've dripped hot glue onto the carpet at the con, and it's one of those. I don't want to piss off the hall to where we can't do this at the con anymore. So managed to get a rug to put down that can catch all that snot.
That's very thoughtful and very smart. It makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Thanks. And we
Your experience is showing.
Kind of need to do the tablecloth thing too, because we ended up borrowing tablecloths from the con and ruined one of them.
Oh,
And-
yeah, that makes a lot
yeah.
of sense.
And they were like, we don't care. But it's like, yeah, you don't care, but
We're going to care again.
yeah,
Next.
if this is a $30 tablecloth and we ruin it every single con and it's your $30, it's like,
Trying to peel hot glue out of the chairs that they gave us.
Yeah,
those
exactly.
Chairs. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
no fun.
Another non-fun project is...
Y'all
we
are
need to
messy. No, teasing.
put- We are!
I'm taking no credit for anything.
When you get rolling though, when you have 5 hours nonstop.
No, I know.
Yeah.
And it gets that.
Oh,
that
Saturday
gets
is nuts.
Messy.
Yeah. Oh, Saturday gets nuts. Alrighty. I believe we have a laser autopsy to do. And it's now 2 o'clock. So we've actually got a small bit of progress. We talked about what we got accomplished. We got some pieces painted. We got some clipper valves started.
We got lots of bits and bobs done.
Yeah, lots of bits and bobs done. And yeah, we're going to be back on December 10th. So not next week, but the week after. And we're going to take all the labels and apply all the labels. And maybe, possibly, I'll try and watch the video and see what else we need to do. We can put some other fiddly bits on. Like, where did the socket head screws go?
Went through the effort to get them. What were they for?
What were they for? I specifically went to Ace Hardware to get these things. Where the hell did I want to put these? I'm pretty sure it's around this exhaust thing here in the back. I think there's 5 on every one of these, and then the label goes in it. But I need to double check that. And then I know there's the thing that goes on here, right, that I don't think we're going to make move. Whatever the knob is that we're using to the back of the flashlight for. I need to get that glued on. And there's a few lens pieces that need to be made.
Yeah.
And I can actually, with the X tool, I can actually cut clear acrylic. So I can actually cut these out now.
Oh, fancy.
From acrylic. And,
so you don't have to find pre-done pieces or
Right.
cut milk cartons.
Yeah. So I want to do that.
Milk cartons, one of my favorite diffusers, by the way.
Oh, it is a good diffuser. So come on back on the 10th, and we'll talk about nonsense stuff and make a mess on the floor and just enjoy building and making and enjoy your company. So thank you all very much for watching and tuning in today. You got anything for this?
No. See you guys Tuesday.
All right. Yep. See
God
you.
says goodbye.
Goodbye, God. Definitely catch Felicia on her own channel, Behind the Scenes Fashions, this Tuesday for the final episode of Deconstructing a Suit. How much effort goes into making a suit, even a little tiny one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is turned out to be a lot, I believe.
Oh, yeah. No, it's
It's
as much effort as a full-size suit, but they cut the corners of the tie.
not trivial. The desk side currently barely fits into 2 folding wagons, says Dan. Yeah, watching Dan move. The big robot costumes are not easy to move around. Godzilla.
Even when you're wearing them.
Yeah, Godzilla breaks down into the largest rolling tote that Home Depot sells, but then the chest and the pelvis tail need a bag to go in addition to that. Yeah, and then there's still other parts that get knocked around.
Yeah.
But I'm going to shut up. See everybody in December.
See you in December.
I got to figure out where the button is. Like always, there's the button. Oh, the button.